When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you. I remember you. I remember you. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you. I remember you.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid-fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're going to be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more natural. It's just going to be quicker in general. I like the rapid-fire keyboard because of the new key switches and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in-game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard, because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is the perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see. I'm feeling like love tonight. There's no stopping what I feel inside. Throw your cares away, 'cause baby I can't seem to stay. I'm feeling like love tonight. There's no stopping what I feel inside. Throw your cares away, 'cause baby I can't seem to stay. Floating away with you in the backseat of my car. We're timeless, sailing through, but tonight, no, we can't go far. And I know it cannot.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 of the ECS EU Development League. The first match of tonight is Gambit taking on Passions. The two have fought recently, with Gambit coming out on top on 16-13 on Cobblestone and 16-11 on Mirage. These wins, yeah, they got them, but it wasn't in one of the most dominating fashions. Even though it is recent, Tom, do you think we're going to see history repeat itself, especially when they're on the same maps?
Same maps, that is the thing. I don't know. Passion have been proving themselves quite good in the last sort of day. I mean, they didn't manage to win, well, any maps, but they did quite good. They did good against Epsilon. I'll give them that on Friday night. So I don't know. I would like to see them at least be able to take their map pick, which we're not 100% sure on. But either way, I hope we don't see history repeat itself.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Passions played Flipside and Epsilon, and both times, yes, they've been doing well, but they're still unable to get the win, and we can see it again previously with Gambit, and that might happen again. At the moment, this team looks like they're at this level. They're competing well, but they're just unable to take the win.
Yeah, so being able to move forward into this, I mean, what do you think Passion need to do differently? I mean, we've seen them played. We obviously know that they've lost previously to Gambit. What do they need to do differently in this upcoming game?
I think really just they need to make sure they're sticking together, not always splitting up all the time. And sometimes we do see them decide splitting up. I think sometimes they need to decide, right, good times to split up, and sometimes we need to just stick this one together. That's exactly what they need to start doing. You can see it's happening with Gambit, though, as they're able just to join together to take down Rusty as well. Adren going to pick up one and the second. The power as well to just 2 of them left alive. Limp finding out people are going to run, and they have absolutely no idea they can get 1 kill. Now a second. Limp going for the third. He's not going to be able to connect, though, as Dozier takes him down.
Wow, those shots were absolutely crisp onto his players. I mean, obviously the second one not quite so much, but either way, takes it down to a 1v3 situation. Last player alive is Hampus. Has he got the answer? He's got USP, he's got the defuse gun, he's only got 43 HP, but he has got the headshot on Adren. Mario does have the answer for it. Pulls out the takedown and just sprays him down with a headshot straight away. So the first round goes over to Gambit, and they'll be buying up shortly, and I imagine they'll be going for a little bit of a SMG buy, try and farm up some money from Passion's side, who I think we will be seeing a little bit of a quasi buy coming out, maybe Force Bite. There we go. Force Bite from them, and some nice Deagles as well.
Yeah, definitely going to be trying to go for that long-range game. Of course, this time, looks like 2 of them are going to be going out onto that A site. Usually they have one holding there just to play defensive. If anyone tries to come and flank from behind, they've got someone watching. Looks like they want to play this really defensively as, of course, they've only got pistols and they know what they're up against. So they want to make sure that every man survives or at least be getting those trade kills. It's got to do well, but look at this. Hampus on top of the box and they have no idea. And Adren's going to be taken down. Barker now waiting for him, trying to whiff the spray a little bit, but able to connect nevertheless. And now they've already lost 2 men.
Yeah, so they've really got the advantage here. I mean, 2 of the players have got armor, they've got pistols, they've also picked up an SMG. So, well, I mean, on the gun side, they still don't have the full advantage, but manpower-wise, you can still do a lot with that, and especially when Gambit are going to have to be able to do a lot to make their way in here. And Hooch, giving away his position as he drops down into drop-down. Rusty, though, playing a little bit of a ninja position here, coming up from behind. Could gain a lot of information, and the CTs must know they're going to be coming from A, and Hooch is going to be trying to enter from drop down, playing up against another Mac 10 here. Hooch with the entry kill. Is he going to be able to find it? He does. Onto Barken. The headshot of Mac 10 turns around just in time to find power, but not enough to kill him. Hampus with the deal. Can he find a kill? And he does onto the final player, and they're going to be able to pick up an AK on that round, and that's a pickup right there, Sparky.
Yeah, it was good. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough that round. As you could see, the Passions were going hunting. They had 2 people who were going to come from behind. It was good by that player in drop to decide to turn around and check, but unfortunately wasn't able to connect the bullets. And of course, that last player alive, there's just too many angles for him to handle, and he was really just taken down with ease.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of ease towards the end there, especially when you're on a site alone, trying to defend with a CZ in hand, which only has 12 bullets, and is terrible at long range. Either way, we're going to be seeing a full buy come out from Passions. There's a few SMGs on their side, but nonetheless, they're going to be playing against a force from Gambit. 3 Deagles in hand, Sparky. What can they do with these? That is the question. They haven't gone for a rush, so they're going to have to play it slow and go for the picks.
Yeah, it's because they've got those 3 Deagles. They don't want to just go out all rushing because they know that if they connect those headshots, it'll definitely help them. And of course, Mo being able to connect the first one for his team would be great as they're able to salvage that rifle as well, which would definitely help them out. And I think that flashback may just cause them to stop for a little bit. Space finally going to peek, able to take down Bark, and there is going to be...
And there was a trade, a limp taking down Adren there on the long Sparky. I don't know if you saw that.
They want to pick that one up. Oh no, I had a bit of GeoTV lag just there for a second.
I think it was your internet as a whole. Either way, moving on surely. Hooch does manage to pick up the M4, but as we say, that spans finding into power. Hampus the spray down onto Dozia and Moo, but Hooch does take him down. 1v2 situation here. Limp onto Hooch and Spades. Now, he does have the M4A1, and he is entering in. He does see the bomb harder as well, and he does. I would have thought he would have heard Spaz there.
Yeah, of course, at least now for him, he's able to bring it to a 1v1, but the problem is his location is now in space. He's just going to go for the peak, and unfortunately, he isn't looking at the right angle. The Limp can just take him down and get another round on the board for them. So they're all going to bar up here, of course. 2 of the players actually don't have a lot of money, but I think if they'd just be able to bar that UMP, and no surprise there, Barkin always favours that UMP over the Famas and Gallo anyway. But of course, Gambit now going to be trying to do this with these pistols, and once again, going for that free setup with those Deagles. They need to make this work.
Yeah, we've not really seen them do amazingly with the Deagles so far, so it's interesting that they decided to go for a second round in a row. Maybe they're trying to decide that this is going to be around that, the difference is going to happen. Adrian doing a little bit of a distraction over towards B here on long, smoke in hand, Tech 9 as well, and he's just going to be holding on this corner, I imagine, trying to see if anyone's going to be pushing through, otherwise just play for the picks, as his teammates are going over towards A, and they're going to be entering in through sort of mid-ramp there any second. And all of them over towards long as well, and they're going to get mollied out there, so they're going to have to back off.
You're going to have to stay back just for a little while, maybe just stop there, push, delay it for a little bit of time. So you've got Adren, he's moved up, so if they decided to go for an A push, hopefully there would have been someone just trying to come from behind, and Adren, that's what he was there for, waiting. But because that Molotov denied them from that push, he's just going to wait for his teammates to give him some support, and then they can go. But of course, you've still got Hutch here, who's going to cause a distraction. The player's going to be able to notice him, but Hamps takes him down straight away.
Yeah, and they must be hearing the drop down kills, and he does limp, being able to find 1-2 with that spray down. Not going to be able to turn around in time to finish off one of the last players, as Bargain does take down Moo with the grenade, and Power takes the assist, sort of kill, final kill onto the guy that Limp damaged down. And moving forward, the money on Gambit side is not looking so pretty, so Passions are in with a chance to get a few more rounds here. as we're going to be seeing the full round loss bonus coming in shortly. If we have a look at the scoreboard here, guys, round 4 is very close in a row for the hands of Passion. We're going to be seeing a rush over towards A long here. No utilities on the side of Gambit, so they're going to have to go for a little bit of a pick, and that wasn't obviously an all-out rush, but nonetheless they're going to be pushing over to long as well. Hamper's going to be peeking around the corner and saving his teammate there from Huge.
Yeah, of course, they've realised this time that, you know, they've just been trying to force buy these pistols so many times, it's just not working out for them. So they just want to go for a save in this one and only buy very lightly and hopefully try and get a few kills, maybe take them down, and then just buy rifles in the next one. You can already see it's really not worked out for them. Mr. Dren left alive on 84 HP. What's he going to do here? The bomb is not that far behind him, so he could easily pick that one up and decide to go for a sight. But of course, all 5 men are still alive and looking for his head.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a dream, and he's aiming down to the right point, but he is having to turn around to make sure no one's going to be sneaking up on him. So it's a little bit of a dangerous situation, and especially with the bomb back there. So Passions don't know where the bomb is, but they also know there's only one player who potentially doesn't have armor, only has a pistol. And I mean, unfortunately for Dren, he knows he's got none of that, and he also has less than 100 HP. And Limp is going to be going hunting and finds the kill on him on long and finishes up the round. And for Passion, and it seems like Power's a little bit excited there, releasing some deagle bullets into nowhere. So, Barkin, are you going to upgrade from that UMP? That is the question. We will see in a moment. And if we have a look at the money on Gambit, they have bought up from that full round loss bonus. Remember, they started with 2k, got the round loss bonus, and now bought up full AKs, full utilities, moving into this round.
Looks like he's not going to be buying up, mate. He's just going to save that extra money to help them out going into the next couple of rounds. So why not? Definitely a better idea. So now, looks like them setting themselves up. They decided to leave that bomb just behind because you can see that player advancing onto B. And just in case he is taken down straight away, they still have that opportunity to pick that bomb back up and go over to A if they have to. And you can see once again, going for 2 on A. Definitely want to make sure no one's coming from behind, or if anyone starts to get aggressive, hopefully they can pick them up.
Yeah, I always want to make sure no one's going to be doing the pincer movement, but at the same time, it does stop their firepower entering into B site here, and there's going to be power trying to stop them from being able to push into lower, except for a drop down there, but nonetheless, Space does push, and gets taken out by Limp. And Limp's going to be rotating more over towards platform here and trying to hold off long, and that incendiary is going to do some great work there, as Adren is going to have to back off.
Yeah, it's just going to hold them back for a little bit of time, but now they've able to realise that they've taken over drop control, unfortunately giving it away, but Limp's location will be known, so Dren can pick him up now, and you can see them starting to advance onto this site though, but Doja can't offer support just yet, as that Molotov is going to hurt him. At least now can finally help out, but look at that! Mo with some great reactions, getting shot, taken down to 9 HP. Himself to look at Rusty though, through the smoke, just doesn't care about his life, and it's going to be able to help him. 1 goes down, picks up 2, they're going to get the defuse.
Yeah, and Hampers with that sort of pincer movement there, coming in from behind, really was the key movement for them being able to win that. So, absolutely fantastic play by Hampers coming in from A long, sorry, B long there. Get the slice right. Either way, moving into the next round, we are going to see another force buy coming out from Gambit. It's not really a force, they're going to be able to buy up all the things they really want. There's only Adran who's going to maybe potentially be a little bit short on flashes there. Oh no, almost fine. Space has dropped his gun, he'll go pick it up. And into this next round, we're going to see an AWP come out from Power. Now, what can he pull off with this?
Look at Passions though, they're starting to build up that economy. 2 of their players are at that 10k mark, or one of them ever so close. Even if they lose this round, they can at least buy up their team once again. They want to, Gambit now want to start getting some rounds on the board, or Passions is just going to have a great economy.
Yeah, they're really trying to sort of build up the banks, as it were, to be able to buy up any weapons they need to empower with the first kill. Hooch with the trade onto Barkin, Rusty onto Mo on sort of A long there. This is not looking so good for Gambit once again. They're not really getting the entry kills they really need to, and as I say that, Hampus onto Hooch absolutely stops that rotation through mid. Dozier, though, might have the answer onto Rusty. Does get a clip onto him, but himself only has 31 HP left. Spades is going to be backing up, coming in through sort of a ramp area.
Yeah, that smoke is going to make his location no, but it doesn't matter because Space is able to pick up 2. And now, of course, they're both coming into rotation to try and take him down. Can't connect the shots. Limp finally going to be able to do it. Doja still going to be able to survive now on 3 HP against Power, who's got 100, but he's only got a pistol. as that AWP isn't going to be effective, and he is about to peek him. Is he going to peek that angle? He's going to be able to notice where he is, though, but can't connect the shots. No one whatsoever, but Power's going to be able to come out on top.
Yeah, if he hadn't come out on top, I'd be a little bit surprised, considering that sort of angle, the health he had, and also the fact that the health on the opposite player was only 3 HP. That would not have been a good look for Gambit. Sorry, not Gambit, Passions there. I mean, moving into the next round, we're going to see a force buy once again from Gambit, because they really are getting pushed to their limits here. That's 6 rounds in a row for Passions. They really have not got any cool right now. And they're going to be pushing in through ramp space. It's going to be dropping down that smoke to be able to get into drop down and deny any sort of pushes. He's going to rotate as well in towards A, I imagine, and distract any of the players over towards B. But that bomb is there at drop down.
Of course, as they have been taken down to pistols, it's going to be difficult for them, but Base at the moment has just been completely running around this map, trying to cause a distraction for his teammate to move up, but unfortunately can't do nothing, as Hampus is going to be able to pick up them two. Doja now starting to get aggressive with that stolen M4 he's able to pick up, but of course taken down to 12 HP, and his teammate is on the complete other side of the map.
Yeah, and I think that would actually be quite a good play if he can now run over towards B. But the thing is, we do have a Power here who's a little bit suspicious that something funny is going on. So he is actually going to be going back towards B. No, he just can't make his mind up here. And the bomb potentially could go down if they don't rotate quick enough. They should be able to expect this, considering the amount of time it's taken for the push into A to come through. And Power has pushed on to B side here. Deagle in hand, Hooch is going for it, but he is just going to go for the bomb plant here and trying to get the money. But no, he decides to pull off, and just in time gets the kill onto Power. Now the bomb is going to be going down. Low HP in hand, 8 HP. He's going to get attacked from the side. Barkin does actually dispatch with Dozier. Hooch, 8 HP, does get taken down, but not before getting the bomb down. And really, with the round loss bonus, that's going to put them in a good place.
The problem there, though, for them, that Dozier was just in a great position to be able to pick up them kills, because Hooch was just completely distracted on just taking him down, because he had absolutely no idea where he is. That was his opportunity, but unfortunately for him, they were able to peek him, and the reactions were there just in time. I think he just didn't have enough HP going into that one.
I think what it was is, as well, is that he decided to go for the kill, missed, and that's where you could build it on from. But if you look into it a bit further, why not wait a moment or two until they've pushed past you and then go for the kill, because then more sort of open area for you to be able to take him, more exposed to your teammate to be able to get the shots off. And we're going to see Bruce coming out into sort of drop down sort of area there, sort of heaven, and Dozier on long. Is he going to be able to find the kill on Rusty with his teammate Hooch? And no, Hooch is going to be getting taken down on Rusty. The trade kill does come out from Dozier, and the AWP potentially in the hands. There we go, and Mo has picked it up.
Look at that, though. Barkin is going to be able to pick up a Dren thanks to that smoke where his vision was just going to be stopped out for a second there. I mean, he had that advantage going into that jump. And now you can see they're all starting to advance out here from A-Long. And they have got players waiting for him. Power, though, he can't connect the shots. What's going on? He needed to hit that one. Now going to go for the repeat. Is going to be able to connect on his second chance here. Now you can see Barkin, though, look at Maui, he's just trying to survive this all alive, 29 HP. Unfortunately, everyone's looking his way, and he had no chance.
Wow. Passions are on a different level today. They are playing absolutely fantastic. It's crazy. I mean, that they were playing really well before, but I think this is a little bit of a different level. Definitely in the fact that the communication seems to be there. I don't know, have they warmed up, or what have they done?
Yeah, they are literally just playing superb at the moment for Passions, and Gambit need to start finding a counter for them at some point, because at the moment they are giving this away to Passions, and you can see the aggression coming out from Passions. That's going to help them out, because they know that they're all going to be B, and look at this hold. They are just denying any entry onto this site whatsoever by Gambit.
Yeah, absolutely no chill in hand, and Barkin finds the head of Dozier, and that is the bomb plant. The bomb drops rather on top of the platform, and Rusty and Hampus going to be able to push on and take down Mo. So moving into the next round, Gambit in a little bit of a stage of stasis here. They're not able to really sort of break down Passions at all. I mean, the rounds after rounds are just coming in. I mean, 9 rounds in a row. That must be doing something to them right now, especially with Passions, who I think only have about, well, probably about 14 maps as a team together now, maybe sort of 15 after yesterday. And moving forward, Rusty gets the entry kill to Dozier. That's going to be very painful. Barkin going to be pushing up into drop down there. Gets the tag as well onto Spades. Hooch is going to be looking to get a little bit of a revenge kill here on Rusty. It does back off. as the smoke does go down. And Hampers is playing very sneaky, and he finds the kill. Hooch is down. 3 members left on the side of Gambit.
Problem is, though, it gives Mel to be able to realise that player's coming, so he is able to pick up and also can trade up to that M4 as well. And, of course, bringing that to that 3v4, which is exactly what they need at the moment. The bomb is going to be left in Tapestry. They need to go ahead and pick that one back up again, but because they know how many people, maybe they're just trying to get an entry frag here. I mean, you can see at the moment that one of the players is actually gone to connector here, and if he's able to catch someone off guard, this could be a great entry frag for them. That's exactly what's going to happen, but Rusty's going to be waiting. The smoke isn't going to be able to come just in time as Rusty can pick it up, gets a second. It's only going to be a leg tag though, but the bomb goes down, turns around. Unfortunately, didn't know there's going to be a second, but at least Space can pick him up, but now he's got to get this bomb plant, and 2 of them are coming his way.
Indeed, the bomb plant is going to be going down. That was an absolutely fantastic kill there. As we saw from Rusty, who has got 3 kills this round. And now we're going to be seeing the retake going to be coming in. Space in a 1v2 situation. Can he do it? Limp going to be coming in from some wood area here. On behind him. They should have a good idea where he is now. As the Space is going to be dropping down, potentially trying to keep out that eyesight. And he does get spotted, but he's potentially going to get a kill, and he doesn't. No, I think that's probably the closest they've come to being able to actually get another round on the board for a while now.
Yeah, the problem there was he just wasn't able to connect the spray. It's just simple as he would have been able to if he was able to connect the shots. Then maybe he could have just hold or push up to get the second, but unfortunately won't be able to work out for them. But you can see now, as I said, Fashion still just completely built this economy. Look how much money they have. Even if they all die this round and can't even get 1 kill, look how much in the bank they have. Whereas in Gambit, they've got nothing. But of course, that round loss bonus will definitely help them out, even if they lose another one.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, they are just riding the wave that is known as round loss bonus. But the thing is, they need to do something that is just going to break them. They've tried multiple different tactics, but they're just not able to break down Passion's sort of barriers here. And Gambit going to be trying to push on long, and Mo is going to get taken out by Rusty with that AWP. Hooch onto top of drop down. Can he find a kill? As the thing, he's not going to be facing directly against anyone yet. If they do decide to drop down, they might well find themselves in a situation which isn't so friendly. Power is going to be waiting in connector for that rotation through it, and he does actually hear the jumps, and he takes down Hooch, headshot, then body shot to finish him off. Barkin as well in a good position to flash out long, turn around and hold down, drop down as they know they're there. Spots out the bomb. They have all the information they need now. Takes down the first kill, takes down the second. Can he find the third and last player? Adrian on long, who does find 1 kill, 1v5, takes down 1, leaves it in a 1v4. Can he do it?
Oh, look at that, through the smoke, able to take down Adren. And the reason why they just did so well that round is that what Passions were doing is they gave away drop completely away from them. So it gave Gambit a little bit of a false sense of hope that they can just advance now. But the problem is, as soon as they peek anywhere, Passions had someone waiting for them to push, and they just wasn't expecting it.
No, yeah, I mean, like I sort of mentioned before, I mean, they've tried a few different things, but it's just not working out for them. Passion seems to be able to be so flexible around this map and just take them out. Barkin there is going to be met with a rush and a tirade of them, but he's going to be in a position to spray them down. Takes 1, he's going to be able to find 2, he does. Third one as well, but no, he's actually taken out by Limp. Dozier with the P250 is going to be coming from the side, finds the first kill, and he finds the second one, and he does. Adrian with the Tech 9 and Flame takes us out. Limp is currently a 2 versus 2 situation. The bomb is dropped. The 1v2 Hampers takes down one of the players, equaling out the battlefield. And Dozier has got the armor, but not the HP. Can he find the headshot here as Hampers tries to enter through, and he does. He's at Rock. But no, Hampers finds the kill onto Dozier, and that is the 12th round on the board in a row for Passions against Gambit on Cobblestone.
So close, but yet so far. Once again, that was Gambit's opportunity. A great comeback there with the pistols, but unfortunately just not able to connect that headshot. He really needed to get the one, as he was just ever so low, and that is going to cost them a round, unfortunately. And now you can see they're going to have to buy up. It's not so great. They don't have loads of utility, and may as well going to have to be on that yellow, where on the other side, of course, Passions got so much money on the board that they really just can throw away this round and still be able to fully buy up. And that nade as well, they're going to have to eat that one up. And 2 of them now taken just 50 HP or half HP.
Yeah, so close to being already at half HP. That's going to be a little bit detrimental, especially when trying to push in. So they need to make sure they position themselves well. And they were so close to winning that last round. And it wasn't even a full buy. So they need to try and learn from that. That is the thing. And I mean, moving into this, Adrian, once again, a little bit of a distraction over towards B long here. He's going to be the last player over here as we see the rotation coming in over towards A. The bomb is fully going in towards mid here and going up towards long now. Rusty in a position to be able to counter this movement if they decide to push, and he finds the first kill. Backs off before he can potentially find the second one. So he's going to be pushing up against him. He finds the kill on him. A site is looking a little bit barren here. Power, it's all down to you, mate. Can you do it?
He just needs to cause some sort of distraction to wait for his teammates. He's going to be able to pick up one, but unfortunately Mo's going to be able to get that refrag. Now just 2 of them left alive trying to come in for this one. But oh, look at that Adren with a nice one tap. Barker now left alive. He's going to have to just push through that smoke. But unfortunately, 2 people are watching his location. So as soon as he peeks, he's going to be taken down. But Gambit, after a very long time, have finally got themselves around.
Well deserved as well. That was a fantastic round. I think that shot from Adrian, that was crisp. He literally saw the very top of the cap of the CT and just took it straight off. So absolutely fantastic from their side. We're going to see a almost full rifle by Limp with the UMP. Passions, they do love that UMP, and we're going to see a boost coming out over towards drop, and these grenades taking them down so low, and that Molotov could end up finishing off Power, but no, he does manage to get out in time and get out of dodge.
Yeah, I mean, I think they predicted it last time. These nades came in the last round, and it looks like they really haven't learned at the moment, because once again, 2 of them have lost half their HP, but they were able to do it in the last one. So let's hopefully see if they can do it again to at least get 3 into this last round of first half. Of course, even if they're able to get this one, they've got a long road ahead of them now, because they've given so many rounds away to Passions. It's going to be a massive problem for them.
And Hooch maybe taking out a little bit of aggression there. Mo, though, to find the entry kill onto Limp. This is absolutely fantastic. Their health on the CT side is not looking so great. So as we see the push in here, they're going to have to be very careful. And Dozier learned from before and waiting for Hampus. And Hampus has given away his position there, potentially going to get taken out. And he does as Mo finds another kill onto the site. 2 players left. Power 15 HP, Rusty with full and some utility in hand. But the thing is, they're going to be facing them against Dozier, who is coming in from drop down. Perfect position. Must have heard Power there. Jump down. He does. Finds the kill onto him. Rusty knows he's in a bad situation as we find that is the last round of the first half. And it goes over to Passions with the advantage 12-3. But Gambit managed to make a little comeback though over there though, Josh. 2 rounds at the last moment.
Yeah, on HLTV, 76% of people believe that Gambit are going to win this one. And at the moment, Passions are just proving them completely wrong. Even though we're able to get those last 2 rounds at the moment, from the rest of this game, they've just been completely dominant and showing that Passions are in this to win it.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that they've come into this with the right sort of passion, right levels, and really good teamwork as well, and communication, rotation, and the sort of fluidity on the CT side has been good. Now, what can they do on the T side, and what can Gambit come back with on the CT? Can they counteract this and get 12 rounds in a row of their own, or maybe even 13, and just win it straight outright? That is the question. And we're going to be seeing 4 sets of armor and some utility coming out on the side of Passions. They're going to be pushing over to long. Spades does spot them out, so the rotation potentially over towards A could happen, but no, we're going to see a push from Adren onto B long here, and he does actually spot one of the players, so they're not going to be going in for that full rotate as they expect a few of the players over towards B.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to cause a distraction here, and they're going to be able to jump down and get that headshot. But of course, now it has caused rotation for 2 of them to go to connector. Really, they've got to decide where they want to go. At the moment, it looks like they're going to be favouring A. There is still 2 going to be B, and now deciding to go through drop. And if they're able to spot out that one player, it'll make their road a little bit more easier. But Hooch starting to get aggressive, trying to connect the shots. He's finally going to be able to do it, and that is the bomb as well. But Hampus is going to come from behind as well. And so now at least they can go ahead and regain that bomb, but unfortunately he's trying to do this, but there's just too many for him. He's going to be taken down. But the problem is the location is given away, and now it looks like they know that they're going B, and they're just starting to rotate, but it's a fake and they're going away.
What a cheeky little play here, and if they were lucky they would just be running straight for this, but they are going a little bit slow. They do have a USB in hand though, so the distance is going to be able to sort of be made on a site, which is what they need. Rotation is going to be coming in from B side from one of the players, and that is Spades. Is he going to be able to get the kills there from top? He only has 12 HP. He does see that sort of decoy coming in. He's going to get the first kill. No, he doesn't actually quite land it. 17 HP left on Hampus. Bomb going down. The rotation is in play. Dozier 84 HP going to be coming in through door. Is he going to get one tap here? And that is the question. He does. Spades, last man alive, but potentially showing his head a little bit too soon. He's going to go for the taps. He doesn't actually find it. 3 bullets left in the back for Barkin. Can he do it? No, he is actually going to get taken down by Spades in a 1v1. Can he pull this off?
He might be able to realise where he is, and there you go. He's going to be able to come out on top. Unfortunately, just wasn't looking at the occasion. Great comeback for him there. They were able to connect the first headshot, but unfortunately can't get the second. So Passions are going to be able to go and get themselves around on the board, which is unfortunately not going to be good for Gambit whatsoever, because they really needed to win that pistol round.
Yeah, they really did, to be able to sort of gain the ground to sort of push forward, especially as they only had 3 rounds on the board anyway. They really needed to not allow those 3 rounds to go ahead, so now they're going to have to force up probably the rest of the game, potentially, if they don't win this one, or do enough damage to get the money. They do spot the rush coming out towards mid there. Hampus on the kill to move, who was trying to do a little bit of sneak and blade, but it's not going to work. Hooch is going to be playing silently over towards a long there. And Limp with a kill on 2 spades. This is not looking so good for Gambit. They've not been able to find a single kill, but as I say that, Adrian, can he do it? And he does onto Limp. That is the UMP down on their side. Hooch with a lot of damage onto the player on a site. That is Rusty down to 6 HP. Hampus has got his back there and takes down Dozier, but he's got such a low HP in himself. Power coming in from long and taking down Hooch.
Now, it was a great bait there. You see where he was just going to cover his head while planting the bomb. He knew that that player was going to peek as soon as he heard that bomb going down, trying to get the kill. A great team communication there and teamwork coming out by them. And Adrenaline, of course, so low now. He's going to be able to survive that first initial spray, but unfortunately he can't survive the second. The Power can pick him up. Now it looks like they might be able to take this one away. As you can see, the economy of Gambit, it's literally nothing, let's be perfectly honest with you, and that means they're probably going to be able to get up their 15th round, and then it's going to have to be working for match point the whole time.
Yeah, it's just going to be, after this round, yeah, it's going to be playing for overtime, unless they can pull something off amazing with these USPs, and we're going to see a 4-player sort of push over towards B, which, sure, you can try, but it's going to be so painful to try and do anything. I think they were thinking of a bit of a boost onto Tree there, but they have thought better of it, and the rotation is coming in over towards A from 2 of the players, and a third one here, Spades, leaving 1 on their B site. That is going to be a very, very painful mistake here, especially as Rusty is being a little bit of a distraction. Limp with the first kill onto Hooch, so he's not actually going to be able to do anything. Spades at Rock is going to get flamed out and then shot down by Limp and Barkin.
Oh, look at Dozier trying to connect with shots. He's going to be able to pick up one. Can't get the second, though, because Barkin is going to be able to connect him. Rusty now coming from behind, and Adrena, luckily enough for him, was able to check that location, but still, they're able to come out on top here. Now just Mo left alive with absolutely nothing to do here. It's going to be so hard for him. If he wants to go for this push, I mean, he might as well. He's not going to lose out on anything, but unfortunately, Power's going to be waiting for him. Connects that spraying headshot, and now we're on match point.
Wow. 15-3, I'm pretty sure no one expected this to be coming out of this, and especially like it has been. I mean, Passion have just been on point and proven why they deserve to be in this development league, and then potentially going forward into the ECS season 2. I mean, that is the thing. Can they take it to the next level? And we're going to see a force buy coming out from Gambit. All have M4s, luckily for them, and a little bit of utility, and we don't see a defuse come out, so they're going to have to play it quite quickly if the bomb goes down.
Yeah, Mallow going to be waiting for this aggressive play, but can't get up the second, though. At least a trade kill's going to come out, so that could just help out Gambit at least. Problem is, though, they have decided to leave that bomb at Tapestry once again, so they're really not decide where they want to go 100%. Maybe trying to play for that entry frag once again, so bringing it to that 3v4, and then deciding where they want to go, because they're going to expect just 2 on each side. It's a default play, and it's probably what's going to happen. And it looks like, actually, they're now starting to go to B, of course, still keeping that one out on A in case they just try and come from behind.
Yeah, and that is the thing. They don't want to get pincer moved like they have done previously. Well, when they did previously to Gambit with Hampus, who did such a great job on the CT side of coming in from behind and clearing up a few of the rounds. The space here on platform is very soon going to be playing up against a very aggressive Passion side, and the Molotovs are going to be coming out and burning him alive, but he's going to turn around the corner, find 1, find 2. Can he find a 3rd? But no, he is taken down by Power, but not before he takes him down to 11 HP. This is where Gambit can turn it around. This is their calling. Can they do it in a 3 versus 2 situation? Utility is in the hands of Passions, but the health is not, as the first kill comes out onto Power, all down to Limp. But no, he can't do it as he's taken down by Adran, who was over towards Chicken up there. Moving forward, Gambit, can you win the next 11 rounds in a row?
Gambit just going to be able to stay alive. But look how many rounds they've got to win in a row. 11. Does it seem possible? I mean...
Oh.
Oh.
Hello. We'll hop over to intermission there. Not sure what happened. Maybe it was a little bit of a GOTV bug there, guys. Maybe they had lost. Let me double check on HLTV for you, just see if that is the case, because unfortunately we won't actually be able to see the last part of their game, and that is just down to, unfortunately, a little bit of a bug with GOTV. So let me refresh this and we can have a look. It's currently still going on, so let me just double check.
Right, mate, we can watch some Pro Dust gameplay.
Oh, apparently if you try to reload the GOTV, mate, it goes to Mirage. So I think what it was is that Gambit had actually lost the following round, and it had actually gone over to Passions, and we just can't see that at the moment, just due to the delay on GOTV. We won't actually be able to find out straight away, but from what I can see, that is that map over, and it has gone over to Passions. And that was a fantastic gameplay and sort of performance by Passions. Would you not agree, Josh?
I have to. That was just some great action coming out from Passions. Unfortunately, losing to Epsilon, losing to Flipside, and the the odds were not in their favour whatsoever. Even recently, they lost to Gambit, but they still able to win, and that was definitely dominant gameplay. So we're going to be seeing more of that when we return.
Yeah, and just before we do go, I will load up the final results of that so we can have a quick look over it, and I'll just post a link to you, mate. There you go. And we will bring it up any second on the stream for you guys to have a look at, because it's actually quite an interesting sort of scoreline. The fact that they were able to pull this off is just impressive. So go live round right now. Here we go. If we have a look on the stream, you can actually see that is from the previous one, so never mind. But I mean, we are going to be seeing them load up onto the next map, and that is going to be Mirage. And if we have a look at the map pick here, we can actually see Gambit picked Cobblestone. So that map was actually Gambit's pick.
Oh no.
So
it's not good for them.
Passions must have been rubbing their hands like, hey, we actually practiced that map, mates. You may have beaten us before, but not again. And then Passions picking a Mirage. I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they can sort of change from their previous performance, where they didn't actually manage to win it against Epsilon. And I mean, we'll switch back over to the intermission, as that screen has now gone. But we will be waiting for that to go live, and we'll be back very shortly.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid-fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're going to be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more natural. It's just going to be quicker in general. I like the rapid-fire keyboard because of the new key switches, and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in-game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard, because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is the perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
I can finally see.
Welcome back to our second game for today, for our last match for Gambit and Passion. In our first match, of course, we saw Passions were able to come out on top. Will they be able to do the same? Let's find out.
I'm just really impressed with Passion's performance on that last map, and it really does make me smile because it's just so beautiful. And I mean, moving into this map, this is actually Passion's map pick. Now, Cobble was Gambit, and they didn't actually manage to take anything from there. We did actually see a team kill out there, Hampus onto Barkin, but Rusty's having none of it. Finds the final kill, even though he was tagged down and has 3 HP on the knife round. I mean, obviously they're not like crazy kills or anything on that sort of thing, but either way, moving into the next round, we will be seeing the performance come out from them.
I mean, of course, Gambit was able to win against Passions on Mirage 16-11 recently, but after what we saw on Cobblestone, I can't predict anything.
Yeah, no, I really can't. It's just really crazy. I mean, the sort of difference in what they've been doing. Just going to quickly... Oh, there we go. And, I mean, going into the pistol round, sorry, there, a little bit of an issue with the overlay. You guys are just going to have to stick with it. Either way, moving forward, we're going to be seeing that Gambit on the T side, Passions on the CT. What are we going to be seeing out here? Rush it into A side. First kill going to be coming out from Limp. Potentially another one from Russ, and it does come out. Headshots galore here. Hooch with a headshot of his own is going to be answering back onto Power. They do have the bomb down on the A side, which is not in their control. Barkin with the kill as well, taking down Gambit to 2 players. What can they do in this situation?
Well, at the moment, they're just completely getting Red Hooch just left alive now, tagged down to 14 HP. Only with that block, and needs to get that bomb back as well. At least he can pick up one of the kills. But of course, still 3 of them left alive, so he's still going to be difficult for him to do this one. He's just trying to get those things at one shot, really, and he's going to be dead. He's going to whiff the aim, which is not going to be good for him. He really needed to connect those shots there. Unfortunately, they are literally just setting themselves up. Starting to get aggressive here. Didn't work out for them, so they want to hold this one back. But there you go. Limp's going to be able to come out on top. I just loved, actually, what Passions did there. They hid, wait for Gambit to start get aggressive onto the site, then revealed themselves and just completely sprayed that bomb planter down.
Yeah, it was really impressive with what they actually managed to pull off. And the thing is, I mean, moving forward, can they do it again? And I'm going to be really interested to see if they can actually do that. And we're going to be seeing a Gambit going out for the Force, Galil and Han from Movers. He did have a little bit of money there. I think he might have been dropped it actually. But either way, we're going to see Hampus with the Famous, not a UMP. A little bit of an interesting one there.
I've got to be honest with you, mate. At the moment, it looks like it's Passion's day today. They are just playing superb at the moment. Of course, showing some great skill in that first round. But of course, it's very early stages, and Gambit still have an opportunity to at least get this 1-for-1.
And that is the thing. I mean, the CT's already tagged down quite a bit. The first kill comes out from Hammers. Move with the follow-up, though, onto Hampers. Oh, you can up the scoreboard here, and moving forward, Hooch is potentially going to find a kill, but no, Move does find one. Hooch with another one. Barkin is dropped after getting the kill. Scout left in the shop alone, and Hooch is going to power in and take him out. Limp with a UMP. Are they going to lose this advantage they had?
He does have quite a lot of money on him, so probably if I was him, I'd go ahead and save this one. But looks like he's maybe trying to get an exit frag, but actually deciding to get aggressive here. He's going to go for it nevertheless, able to pick up one, but unfortunately Mao is going to be there just in time to get that one back for the refrag with a lovely headshot coming out. So brings that to 1-for-1, and now of course it's going to have to be Passions who are going to be the ones going for that eco.
And eco they will. What can they do in this sort of eco scenario? That's the thing. I mean, they're not going to go for an eco, as you sort of mentioned, Amber, but they're just going to go for Force instead of that eco. I don't know how well that's going to work out for them, but they don't really have any other choices. Deagle in hand, Hampus and Limp. Can they pull off some slick 1-deeks?
You want to be able to see it. I mean, they did go for those 1-deeks on Cobblestone, and it didn't really work out for them, so maybe just trying to try their luck once again now on Mirage, which is their map, so hopefully they've practiced this a lot more than Cobblestone and get themselves prepared to where to check with these Deagles and hopefully connect some shots which would give them that round. It would be nice for them to get an extra round.
Yeah, being able to just put it back now would actually leave the side of Gambit in a little bit of a tricky situation, especially as Passions should not really have the advantage in this at all. Well, they don't. So, I mean, if they do get this round, it'd be questionable. Huge going to be making his way in towards jungle there. Limp with the Deagle does connect a little bit of damage onto Moo, but not enough to find a kill. Dozier with the UMP does find a kill. One player left. Those kills were just raining in hard and fast. Rusty with the CZ is going to be coming in from ramp, and he's thought better of trying to challenge him at a distance, sort of shoot out there, but he is going to go for the repeat again, and potentially going to lose his life if he decides to do so, but no, he's in a better position to find the kill. Now he's a Galil, drops, the Hooch knows exactly where it is, pops upwards, and takes him out as the flash comes out from above, and helps him there, take him down.
Yeah, after Rusty was able to pick up that first kill, I think he needed to decide, right, let's just go back a little bit now, because you know they're going to start pushing you, because they don't want you to go ahead and steal that AK from them. So I think he should have went back, reloaded, then went for the free flag, but decided to stay, and unfortunately it's going to cost him his life, and he can't even get that AK. And so now they're just going to have to go for pistols once again, and not really about only Limp going to be able to upgrade to that P250 and a flashbang.
And that is the thing, what they're going to be able to do. Adrian being able to find the first 2 kills so quickly there, you might actually not be able to see any kind of kills come out from Passion's side, especially on this quasi buy. Rusty does actually find the kill into Adrian with a little bit of help there from his teammate. He's going to be able to spot the head, but does get taken out by Spaz, as he's going to be pushing in Limp in Palace. They know exactly where he is, and Dozier there with the UMP is going to be able to get a kill of his own if he turns around in time, and he does find him as well. Barkin does take out the bomb planter though from distance. Tries knifing Mo there, but not going to be able to get close enough to take him out, and he did only have 45 HP.
I can charge right there, mate, with the knife, just trying to go for it, hopefully try and pick him up, but unfortunately won't be able to connect there. I mean, if he was able to get a backstab, of course, would have been good for him, but he knows really that you aren't able to connect it with 2 knife shots, but unfortunately, why not at the end of the day? Just a little bit of fun. Might as well go for it. But now both teams finally can see the AWPs coming out from them. There should be the battle of the AWPs, hopefully out on mid. Should be interesting, as we are going to see 2 for 2 actually out on mid currently. But it looks like they have been able to force Passions back to a defensive stance.
That's the thing. I mean, Passions are in a difficult sort of situation here, because this is actually, I mean, if we have a look at the scoreboard in a moment, we can have a look right now. It's actually staying the same sort of timeline as it was for Gambit on Cobblestone, which was their map pick. So Gambit returning in the favor, and that shot was actually going to be quite close. Dozier have 44 HP ready, and they really haven't done anything to face off. And we're going to see a high T presence onto A. Limp going to be able to find the kill onto Dozier there, but he is going to get countered there. Space is just going to be able to freely move it in, but not before Rusty finds the kill onto Mo, and that is the AWP down. If he shoots that, and he does! What a shot! Through the box! My words are gone. Hooch is going to be able to find the kill onto Jungle as well for that spray down. Campus losing his health as well. Only 2 players left on the side of Gambit. Could this be the turnaround that Passions need? You left a little bit wordless. Apparently so. And moving into forward, this is going to be a little bit crazy. I mean, Sparky, we're going to see a shot come out from Rusty as he turns around just in time to take him out. That was incredible, that shot through the box.
That means he is able to take one now. Just Adren left alive on 10 HP. Fortunate for him, though. No one is going to be onto that B site, so you can just check everything, realise no one's there, so at least his team can get that bomb plant. So cautious right now, just wants to make sure, trying to go for that fake, but finally going to realise there's no one there for him. But now, of course, they all starting to push in, and I think they might be able to know where there's Barkin holding with that up. Unfortunately, he's going to come from his left-hand side, but it looks like Power might be able just to come in time to give him some support. Actually, it looks like Barkin decided not to get aggressive. Now going to be able to come out, but unfortunately, Barkin is going to be waiting for him. Can snatch that AK, get the defuse. So Passions now got themselves around on the board, and hopefully now they can start get something going again and take this one to an advantage where they can be above Gambit on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so the comeback is real for Passions, but if you have a look at the scoreline, they've actually broken the curse, so Gambit are not going to be able to call the, well, I think it was 12 rounds in a row at least, maybe even more. I think it might have been 13 rounds in a row before Gambit managed to get any rounds. So I mean, moving forward, what can Passions do? That's the thing, and Passions Rusty, but is just going to take Dozy out straight away. The AWP is dropped. Hooch might be able to pick it up in time. He's going to get taken out to 8 HP. Not looking so pretty, Adrian. He's going to come in from Palace. Going to be able to find the entry kill onto Limp. This is going to open up the side nice and tight. But Rusty there going to be able to potentially find the answer, but no. Hooch has only got 8 HP with that AWP rotating in from T-Spawn.
Yeah, at least the bomb is going to be able to go down for them. So now they need to come in for this retake. Or bringing it to that 4v4. Hooch, though, on their side with that AWP. Solo only on 8 HP, so wants to make sure he doesn't die and try and offer support with his team, which is why you can see him playing this very passively and just checking their flank just in case anyone comes from behind. But now losing 2 of the teammates, he's going to have to help out any way possibly he can. That's going to be great for them, but unfortunately, that Molly, he doesn't have enough help to do anything. But look at this, Mo, because just able to go ham here and able to take down 2. But now look at this, going for the defuse. Doesn't have enough time trying to do this. Is it going to be able to get it? No! Who's just going to be able to get the shot?
Wow, a HP clutch right there with the AWP. And I mean, if you remember that shot he got with it on towards bench on the A site, he pretty much just tapped the head as well of the CT player. We're going to see a pause come out here. Not quite sure if it's tactical or not, but either way, I mean, wow, I mean, this scoreline, Passions have just had their economy reset. We did see one player, well, we do see one player power with 5k on hand. So what Passions might be doing is been doing a little bit of a tactical pause, do you think?
Yeah, very possible. I mean, that player there, no defuse kit onto the Passion side, and it is going to cost them the round, and that's really why it's so important to make sure. But unfortunately, going for that AWP, not going to have enough money for that defuse. It's going to cost them. It is interesting. Power with 5k and the rest of them really with nothing. So maybe he could decide and go ahead and buy pistols for the rest of his team. So at least they have some firepower going up against 3 AKs, 1 AWP, and an MP7. Or Max 10, sorry.
Yeah, it's not so good. So, I mean, what can they do? I mean, they've managed to get some of the kills, but it's just not working out for them, whatever they try to do. It's kind of like for Passions, they've only managed to get 2 rounds on the board. I mean, they still have plenty of time, like, as it were, but, I mean, for them, they've actually managed to pull this sort of pause in. I hope it is a tactical pause, because that's really what you'd expect in this sort of situation.
Yeah, they've definitely really got to decide what they want to do right now. Because of course, at the moment, it's not really working out for them, as 2-4 is going to be the score. So, if they go ahead and buy pistols for all of them, those P250s, as of course they play with 5k, what can they do with that though? What do you think their strategy would have to be?
In honesty, gang up on a site, hold it and do as much damage, or rush towards mid and do as much damage to the economy before it gets sort of running away. And we are going to see the unpause coming in a second, so we will be hopping back in, and I'm sure you'll all be happy to know the look is now back to normal. So the bullet's in the right location. Either way, moving to the next round, we'll be seeing no pistols bought on the side of Passions, although no, we do see a little bit. There you go, the drops are coming in. The 3.9k left on him. That is Power with the diffuse kit, CZ, and moving forward, what can he do? He has dropped the pistols to his teammates. Hampus with the deagle. What are we going to be seeing out from them? The bomb is still over towards long. Heavy T presence in mid.
Yeah, at least now they have some firepower, and you can see it being able to work out for them right now, as Limp's going to be able to pick up the first one. This is why team play is just so vital to be able to win, because of course if he only had a USPS, that may not have happened for them. Of course that means they are going to lose one. They can even snatch one of those guns as well. And look at Hampus right now, trying to connect these deagles. Know that they're starting to push up now, so we can just hold, able to spot the head. Can't connect the headshot though, but at least can take down that player. So they're actually doing really well for these pistols at the moment. Even if they lose it all now, at least they were able to take down 2 to do some sort of damage to the economy. But you can see him now starting to move onto the speed side. Hampus trying to hold. Unfortunately, too many angles for him to hold, and he won't be able to hold this one just for yet. But look at this though, he's trying to connect the shots. Going to actually be able to connect the headshot onto most. So now 2 of them are coming for him, and Limp trying to ask some support from Power right now.
Yeah, I mean, even if Power does get there, he's in a very difficult situation, so I'm not quite sure what he's doing there. He is in spawn. I think he might be trying to grab a weapon. If we go over and have a look, we'll see what he's going to be doing. Not quite sure. He might be having a little bit of a technical issue here, as he's looking at the floor, looking at all the pretty walls there. Either way, what is Limp going to be doing? I think he might just be going for the sort of save the pistol here for the next round. Although, saying that beautiful KZ work there over towards short could land him a kill, and a potential gun if he stays in the right position.
It's the scenery, mate. He got distracted. It's just so lovely that it was like, Screw the screw the bumps out. I'm just gonna be looking at this the whole time.
Ooh, almost the kill coming out onto Dozier, but I mean, Limp's only got 10 HP. He's going to be pushing around the corner. He's going to get taken out. No! He gets the kill, and he's going to be running away, but he does get killed. But nonetheless, Hooch, the last T player alive with an AWP. And luckily for them, it was the most expensive gun, and they have got the economy to be able to buy up. And the pause is going to be coming in, because I think Power might have hit his DPI button a few many times, and he'll spin around in circles there in spawn. Hopefully it's not a major issue, and it is going to be sorted shortly. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the score, see who's leading the charge, and I mean, look at it. Rusty on 9-5 and Hooch on 9-2. We didn't see anything like this come out on Cobblestone. It was actually Gambit. I think at one point there were 3 players with 6 kills, 2 players with 4 kills. Then on the side of Passions, 2 of the players had two of the top players had 15 kills each. So they were really sort of dominating the sort of scoreboard on their team. Then the rest of them were sort of like, I don't know, like 6 to 9 kills each. So I mean, if we have a look at this, I mean, Power is a little bit lower. Might be down to technical issues. Nonetheless, they're performing better on their map against Gambit than Gambit were performing against Passions on their own map. So what do they need to do?
I mean, it's definitely going to be hard for them, because once again they are split up on that academy. Really, 3 of the players that could buy up, but it wouldn't be much utility onto their side if they decide to go for those M4s. And of course, Rusty and Barkin, they have to go something less. They can't afford really the M4 if they want to go for armor as well. So if they're going to decide to go for a buy, it's going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend going out for buy for this. Maybe once again a drop from Power to the team. I mean, they did absolutely fantastic the last round, and they're in a slightly better sort of money situation, but even then it's not looking so pretty. I couldn't really recommend what for each one of them to do in this. Maybe go for like the hold on site. I mean, Hampus has bought up armor this time along with the Deagle, which I'm expecting. Well, yeah, we bought up as well. So we will be seeing a quasi buy, I imagine, coming into the next round to when Power has sorted out his technical issues.
Love it. Passion's just practicing their juggling skills right now, throwing the USPSs to one another. You know, this is what you do. You've got to entertain yourself, mate.
Well, whenever people do this kind of thing, it's more I just have that song, the song running through my head the whole time. It's like the clip from was it Madagascar, where the zebras, I don't know if you ever saw that, but it's just,
yeah, I've seen one, yes, yeah.
it's just like he's like juggling stuff and just saying like Afro circus,
yeah,
poke it up. I don't know how we got into that. Either way, back into CSGO, it'd be amazing if one of them could do that, some juggle in between them. So as expected, when we see a P250, Deagle, and a CUZ, and then a full buy coming out from Gambit as normal. Remember, Hooch was the only player left alive at the end of the last round, so their economy is suffering. Only 2 players with the sort of half-decent amount of money. Well, actually, no, Hooch with the only player with half-decent money, and then right behind him is Mo with the AWP. So they're going to have to make up some ground here, especially as each one of them has spent quite a lot of money investing into this round.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they've got pistols, and it is Passion's time to really start and reset the economy of Gambit, because, of course, if they're able to take him down now, they won't have a lot of money, and they're probably just going to have to be forced to go for pistols. So if Passions are able to pull something out the bag and be successful with these pistols, it will definitely help them out.
Yeah, I'd say the last round was extremely successful for Passions. They're very close to actually being the step up and killing the last guy, and then the step up from that would have been obviously winning the round, in my opinion. They really did dent this economy of Gambit, and part of the game is making sure you don't let the opponent's sort of money run away from you, especially if you're on a bit of a losing streak like Passion are currently. I mean, they've won 1, lost 3, won 1, lost 2, and potentially going to lose this one. I don't think it's as simple as that, considering their performance in the last pistol round, sort of for them. Well, sort of quasi-buy that is round. I think we might be seeing an pause come in any second now, potentially, unless they are just chatting to each other. But I couldn't put it down to one thing or another if Passions could win this round, just on pistols, just from their last performance. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, it's going to be difficult for them nevertheless, but you can see in the chat, actually, I think we're going to have a stand-in here, as he is having some major problems right now. And as you can see, I was just looking at the scenery in that last round, so I think the problem for him is that he's got to have some technical difficulties, so I think they're going to have to get someone in to replace him.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that must be rampant throughout the whole game so far for him, because he's only on 1 to 5, and on Mirage, not on Mirage, on Cobblestone, he did a fantastic job for his own team. So there must be something going on there. Either way, as you expect, I mean, if you could keep us updated on that, because we can't actually see the chat on this side, you know, just keeping it, making sure it's PG friendly there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, who would they bring in? Do you know who their spare players?
Not 100% sure, mate. It should be interesting to see who they decide to go ahead and bring in. It. To be honest, I mean, this is so short notice that they're probably just going to find it a bit difficult to try and find someone to stand in for them. But, of course, everyone has friends, so I'm sure they could just ask someone. There he is. We've got him in.
Who is it, mate? Who is it?
Name is Personic.
Personic, okay. Player I'm not too familiar with. But then again, Passion's a new sort of scene, sort of new team on the block, as it were. So what can he bring to the team? Especially as Power was like quite a big sort of power force behind Passions on Cobblestone. Is he going to be able to keep up with the rest of his team? Has he warmed up? Has he been on those DM servers or on those retake servers warming up his Huandis or just Huan taps, as it were? Has he been watching some Scream videos, getting a little bit hyped up, ready to go? You know? So, moving forward, I mean, we do see the money transferred over towards... Well, no, actually, Personic didn't get the money.
Oh?
So, potentially going to be rejoining so he can get the money. I think they might try and do that if the technology's there. Yeah, then it is. There you go. We have the technology, guys.
There you go. We're going to be getting him in, and of course, that problem is that is their main primary AWPer down, as they're going to lose him. So, Personic, can he bring some AWP abilities, or are they just going to have to go ahead and bring out their secondary AWPer?
To be honest, either way, their rifle play has been fantastic. So if he can add to that, then that'd be great. And we're going to see 5-7 come out for Personic. I don't think we've really seen many of those on the side of Passions. Hamper's going to be trying to find those taps through the smoke there. Not going to be able to connect everything as he does back off a few seconds too early. Mo there is waiting for him if he decides to push. And he seems to be having a little bit of a chat there with Limp in window room. So, 2 Deagle players over towards jungle.
The problem here is though, that their primary AWPer was doing such an amazing job that he was holding them back from taking mid control. And look at this, as soon as they lost him, they've completely taken it away. I mean, I think they've only got pistols as well, but still, you can see they've just completely taken over this mid control. But at the moment, Hampus is at the moment able to pick up one and start denying them. Now when they start to advance into the site, they are going to have players waiting for him. They know where Rusty is though, so they need to be cautious of him in Sandwich.
And that's the thing, 2 versus 2, and they do. One of the players does have arm, but no, Rusty is taken out. And now the man of the hour, Personic. Can he prove why they brought him in? Personic rather there, and he's going to be pushing in through a ramp, and the bomb is not there, mate. They've gone over to boards B. They're going to be leaving you looking like a little bit of a fool.
Yeah.
So not a good start to him coming on the team as a stand-in, but at the same time, he's not done too terribly. As in, he hasn't done anything yet, but hopefully we'll see something come out, especially with being able to pick up the AK-47. There's an AWP in mid, so if he picks that up, I'm sure he'll be able to make use of it. He is going to get spotted out there, so I know exactly where he is, and this pincer movement is going to be coming hard and fast. He does flash them out, and backing off, he expects there to be one player there. He looks around at the wrong time, and Hooch sneaking so far behind, like close to him, and he spots him. He's going to do so much damage. He's down to 32 HP, but he's running, and he's not going to want to let them catch him. If he had a defuse kit here and he made it over towards B site and managed to defuse it, it would have been crazy, but obviously no time in hand. If he picks up the defuse kit as well, that is a bonus. He's just going around picking up everything as smoke as well in hand. Hooch is really wanting to deny him this, but he's not going to let it happen. Personic, man of the hour, he is the running man. Forrest Gump, hello. Live is like a box of Trollocs. As it were, you don't know what you're going to get. And as we say that, I mean, it's quite sort of handy with like Personic coming in. That's quite sort of relatable. Hooch going to be going in for the molly towards Connect, and this could open up mid nicely. Hampus not going to be able to peek as much as he might want to. Rusty though with the ult mid, if he had managed to get that shot off, that would be crazy. And he does. He turns around, takes down Spaz. Hooch going to be trying to get the trade off here.
Yeah, Rossi at least shown himself that he can be that secondary or preferred team and able to hold it for now. Will that name be able to finish it off? No, it isn't, but it doesn't matter because the spray is going to be able to connect and finish off Barker. Now, it looks like they're starting to try and take B here, but Bazonic is just going to stop him from trying to get that push. Dozier, 10 HP though, he knows at least where Barker is. He's just going to have to hold and wait for him to get aggressive as he's just too low to start pushing.
That's the thing, but Hooch does take down Bazonic and Dozier onto Barkin, but Rusty has the answer. Find one kill, but not before Dozier finds his head. 10 HP in a 1v2 situation. Can he clutch it out? He doesn't spot or hear the guy on short. This could be the end, and it is. Headshot coming out from Hampus. They need to recover that AWP, and they do just that. Limp picking it up for his team. Now, this is where I think we're going to be seeing this sort of change, and I think they may well have actually played quite a bit with Bazonic, and that's why they brought him in as a stand-in, because they seem to be able to sort of relay that information. Moving forward, though, can they take the second round? Can they break the curse that has so far happened for Passions? They've won one round, lost 3, won 1, and lost 3. So, are they going to lose this next round? I mean, Gambit have got sort of a decent buy here. I mean, the only player Hooch is on Armor and Tech 9.
Yeah, he's definitely just going to have to hold this one back maybe, or play these closer range angles as that Tech 9's a little shredder. If you're not careful, if you let them start to get aggressive here, but you can see they've really given this A site open away to Gambit, and they can just capitalise on this completely. Hooch's going to be able to spot at Hampers as well, trying to push the location, but look at this, Barkin trying to connect the shots, actually is going to be able to get it through those boxes.
Wow, a little bit crazy there. Barkin is going to be carrying on pushing in through Connector. Going to be able to potentially find a kill, and he does onto Moo. One player left. Dozier once again. Can he do it? He finds one kill. Pushing towards CT here. Pozonic is going to be proving himself worth, and he does. Takes out the last player. Going to be trying to find that AWP, and he does. And picks up an incendiary. He's a little bit of a collector there. He's just collecting everything as he goes and dropping off for his team. So he's proven very sort of useful for them so far. And that is the second round, and that is the curse broken for Passions. Now, can they prove why this is their map pick, even with the stand-in? I think they can. I mean, Hampers is going to be going towards mid here with an AK, so no AWP for mid. AWP is going to be going towards a ramp there, but not going to be able to spot anyone out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, only going to be on pistols. Hampers can pick up one, but I don't think he's realised there is going to be one below him. Able to pick up 2 now, and trying to get the 4th. He is going to be successful. Just one left alive, but no, look at that. Barkin's going to steal it.
Kill still the hour. I think like one more shot he would have had that. So either way, that was an amazing sort of 4K there. Even though they are on pistols and he had the advantage by far there, being able to just pick them up without losing life and then being able to almost take the ace, I think that's a good performance. So remember, obviously, pistol round win. Either way, moving forward, Gambit going to be able to do another buy. They have lost 2 rounds in a row now, so can they sort of break that curse themselves? Bazonic and one of his teammates going to be pushing up. Bazonic with 1 kill, 2 kills, not quite the 3rd as they had backed off, and he was actually towards sort of underpass. Then Dozier getting taken out by Rusty as he plays aggressive. Hooch finding 1 kill onto Bazonic, getting revenge for his fallen teammates and making his way over towards short here, and he's going to be smoking his way out, which is actually going to block out Limp as he doesn't actually decide to spray through. Rusty does get taken out. Another one onto Hampus. Absolutely fantastic. Limp in the left in a 1v2 situation. I'm sure he's regretting not going for the spray.
Yeah, I definitely think now going into this retake, he does have at least a Molotov, so if he could use it successfully and hopefully stop one of the players bringing that 1v1 easy, but unfortunately, look at that. Hooch just going to be waiting for him to reveal himself in market and take him down.
Hooch, MVP by far. I mean, 4 kills on that round alone was absolutely crazy. He's currently sitting at 14-5 for his team. And I mean, if we have a look at the money of Passions, I mean, they've gone for the sort of force buy up here. So I mean, next round they're not going to be able to afford much, if anything, at all. So this really does depend on this round if they want to try and carry this on. So moving forward, we're going to be seeing them spread out. 1 player in connected, 1 in window as well. Potential kill onto Mo, but Rusty does get denied there, but not before taking Mo down to 37 HP, 27 rather there. And he's just going to back off, pick up the bomb, and potentially take it forward down mid. No, he does decide to sort of rethink that. Hampus with the aim for A1 does go for the pick in mid, but doesn't meet up with anyone.
You can see this time they're going to be playing that a little bit more passive play, and Hooch is going to be able to hear out that flashbang. So he knows a player might start to advance on his location, but look at this, a sliver through the gap of the smoke, and the Dren's going to be able to pick up one, making that entry frag for his team, but of course there is going to be one to his left. I don't think he's realised there's going to be one, and then does decide to pick. Oh my god, able to connect the Deagle, but unfortunately Barkin's going to be able to be there for that refrag, but too many for them to deal with at the moment. At least he's going to be able to survive. Now, what he's got to do here is just walk around and try ahead and try and get these last 3 guys left alive. But it's going to be difficult. Of course, they're going to be getting him to bomb down. And he's only on 46 HP, Tom.
Not worth it. Going for it. He was so far away from it that he wasn't able to then pick up the sort of momentum and sort of take them as it goes. So just going for the exit frags is what I imagine he will be doing. And I'd just like to comment, I mean, those 1Ds from Adrian, he had 2 in a row. I mean, that part on Mirage is apparently rifle. I mean, on Friday we saw the kills rain out, the 3 1Ds in a row, which is just an amazing clip, to be honest. And we see it again almost coming out. I mean, Adrian being able to find those 2 was fantastic. And Bargain here left with not many options, moving into the sort of another win from Gambit in a row. So they've decided to bring back the sort of win on their side.
Yeah, it's not enough for Barkin. He's just going to go ahead and have to save this one. It's just not enough. Trying to pick up one just before the end of the round. So Space is going to be taken down. So at least he can damage that economy for them, which will help them out. But unfortunate for them, the team can still just completely buy up for another round.
Yeah, so not looking so pretty for the side of Passions in regards to economy. Rounds though, not so bad, but they have lost the advantage on the first half. And as we go into these last 2 rounds, they really need to be able to try and pick these up going into the T side. I mean, I'm sure they're ready and sort of prepared going into the T side to be able to play aggressive and play correctly and try and adapt to Gambit like they did on Cobblestone. But the thing is, they don't want to lose this sort of round, and they know it's now onto A side here. Rusty going to be able to get 1 kill here, but not quite the second one. He does peek around the corner, gets taken out, and that is all of them dead very quickly. And Dozier was the only player to die, but not before he managed to take out two of his own.
Yeah, look away for a second there, and everyone was gone. It was literally all over in a matter of seconds, as you said, and now you can see they're just going to bar up. This time, unfortunately, Passions won't have an AWP. They're just all going to have to go for them N4s, but some luck is on their side. As the team not going to have loads of utility. I mean, of course, same again with Passions as well. It looks like no one's really invested loads in utility in this round. It's still a lot of money, though, but deciding to go a little bit lightly on those flashbangs. Deciding just to go for one per person rather than 2.
Yeah, sort of spreading out the cost against everything to try and sort of keep the cost line down, but Murray is going to make him that very painful finds his first kill there. Potentially going to find another one if he peeks at the right time into Connector, especially with his buddy helping him. Limp does find 1 kill. Murray onto Rusty and Adrian onto Limp. Hampus in a little bit of a dangerous situation here in the window room, playing a little bit of dodgeroo here. Turns around and finds Space there. Takes him down. Barkin is going to get blocked off by that fire, but peeks around the corner, takes down Mo. What a fantastic play there, Adrian. Onto A stairs. He is going to be in a good situation to counter any sort of rotation from the CT side. But apart from that, we do have Hampus playing in from CT. But unluckily for him, the bomb is not planted for him. It is planted back towards a ramp.
Yeah, Barker now starting to advance. Will he be able to realise that Dren is just waiting for him to the left? He's got his sight set. Oh, now look at that. Throws the smoke at the completely wrong time. Going to be able to hear it. Now can just pick up one. So Hampus left alive. It looks like he's going to be going for this. Dren trying to set himself up. It looks like he might be going for the defuse here, but doesn't have a kit. And oh, look at that. A knife going to come in. With the backstab. Just at the end of the round. That's not good.
No, not very good at all. So, GH from everyone, and moving forward, we're going to be seeing at 5 to 10 in Gambit's favour. Turn it around, considering they'd lost their first map. What are we going to be able to see Passions come out on their own map? On the T side, are they going to be able to do the aggression and the sort of plays that they need? And that's the thing. And moving forward, we're going to see 3 armors brought out on the side of Passions. 4, there we go, in the utility, so a little bit of standing by coming out from them. We've seen it a few times in the past. And another one from Gambit, not much to speak about here. No crazy dualies like we have seen previously on this map. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
definitely going to have to see what they're able to do here. I mean, of course, looks like Passion is going to go for that utility, rest of them with armor. But look at that, Mal already going to be able to pick up 1. Not going to be looking good for Passions at the moment, as they are going to go ahead and lose one of their comrades. But of course, it looks like once again Dozier trying to pick up a second here. Not going to be able to connect though, as Personic's going to be able to connect that one.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Hooch there in mid is going to have to try and hold against anyone who decides to push down there, but luckily not going to be his too many issues apart from these guys are going to come in and connect. But Rusty with the long range Glock is going to be able to find one kill. Mo, can he find one? He finds the first kill onto Limp, but Sonic is going to be able to find his way up on towards Jungle here. Potentially find one, he does, but not before getting traded out by Spades. But 2 versus 2, a long distance battle now could come out quite quickly. Spades with the USB is going to find that the side for Barker there, but not quite the kill. Mo is going to go for a long distance of shootout as well, but not going to be able to find the kill. And he does. Can he find the last one here? So we're going into a 1v1 now there, but no. Mo does take him out. Headshots galore for his side, picking up the defuse kit and finding the defuse.
Yeah, trying to run round triple stack right there, but unfortunately there was just 2 of them and he was distracted by the other, and that was just easy from Al to just come from the side and take him down. So Gambit going to get themselves another one on the board here, and it looks like they might start to take this one away, but of course Passions are going to have to go for this force buy here and buy up, and now they really need to start getting themselves back in this game.
Yeah, and so I mean, moving forward, we're going to be seeing a sort of force buy coming out from Passion's side. 3 sets of armor, 2 without, but barking with that deagle. If we can do what Adrian has done in previous rounds, I'm sure it'll be well worth it. No, going for that level of spray down. We have seen it before where you just get the kills racking up after racking up. But not this time. We're going to see the smokes coming and setting up for a B push here. They're all there, all sitting nice and close, and they're going to be playing up against, unfortunately for them, Space, and he does have that UMP, and he's going to be pulling out the flash here in any second. Potentially, no, he does just go for the spray down, finds 1 kill, but not going to be able to find the second one. Again, with the UMP, he does find one of his own. He's going to be aiming up towards apartments as he sprays them down. He finds one of his own as he's taken out to 12 HP, 2 rather, and Mal with the finally last kill onto Barkin.
Yeah, spray down just too much for Passions in that round, and now unfortunately they're going to be forced just to 2k a piece on everyone. So now they're really just going to have to go for an eco here. You know, they really want to start getting themselves back into this game, but unfortunately if you go for this force buy here and they lose another round, that's going to cost them. So they really just need to save this one here and hopefully in the next round have enough money to buy up. But unfortunately, look at this though. Mao is going to be waiting for them. He's able to pick up another one, starting to realise now how many are out mid. Can get a second, trying to go for the third and the fourth. Is he going to get the fifth? Yes, he is. It's not going to be stolen this time. Barkin, you're not doing it again.
No, it was actually stolen.
Oh, it was stolen.
Right, Barker did actually manage to steal the third kill there. As it was taken out, he got the... Mo did get the assist there. Not quite the full ace. Either way, that was fantastic. And those tap-arinos. And moving into the next round, 13 rounds on the board for Gambit. Can they take it through to the last 3 rounds in a row? That's a question. Mo going to be going for the sneaky little smoke here from a different angle. And we're going to see the push coming in as well. But unfortunately, Jan, he was flashed out and sprayed down. Mo as well. Limp and Rusty, the team that are going to be taken over mid. They want this real estate. And they're going to own it and sell it on. Either way, moving on. Hooch is going to be pushing in towards window room here. Can he find any kills of his own? That is the thing, but Sonic is so close to him. If the head of Hooch does peek down, but it doesn't matter. He drops down and gets taken out, but not before headshot and Pasonic down to 2 HP. So they know whereabouts he is, but there's still 5 players live on the side of Passions, and they have got the sort of control of mid here as well, so they can move whereabouts they want.
Yeah, they are split up at the moment, so maybe what they want to try and do is get together here rather than splitting up, or maybe what they're trying to go for a 1B, 1A, and this is someone going to be there for the retake, or hopefully for a save. I mean, could actually hold it off by themselves, but of course with 5 of them left alive, it's going to be hard. And you can see Pasonic though on 2 HP, so he really wants to play this defensively. He doesn't want to push out and hopefully just wait for his team to finish this one off.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, what can they do in this situation? There's only 2 of them. They have got a defuse kit, so they're going to be having to try and take down all 5 of them. And they already know they're going over towards the A site, so it's not even worth them going for this. You might as well just go for the sort of exit frags and any sort of chase frags that comes towards them. We do have Hampers there sitting in apartments, hasn't made much of a noise, so he should be sort of an unknown entity. So Dozier does peek and takes down his own, but Hampers taken out in space, and they know whereabouts the last player is. So really, to damage the economy of Gambit, do they want to risk it? Do they want to damage their own economy to the point of no return? I don't think so. Don't chase this one. That's 1 player out of 5, and the rest of them have got plenty of money, and you like Limp. He's going to have to buy up a weapon of his own, but he's going to have that drop come out, and Dozier is going to find another kill onto Rusty there. That's just going to be damaging them continually, so I mean, going for that chase, not going to be able to get those exit frags, is going to damage them massively.
Yeah, I mean, at least Doja is going to be able to go ahead and save the AK, but of course, a lot of his teammates still have a lot of money, so I think the AK really is just going to help them out. If he set himself in that location where they decide to peek him, just pick up those headshots will definitely benefit them.
Yes, I mean, getting those final kills, like you said, is going to not only benefit them in the short term, but long run as well. And Hampus is going to be pushing into mid. Not going to get sprayed down this time by Mo. And Adrian, though, might be able to change that himself. Trying to go for the tag through the smoke. Doesn't manage to find anything. The grenade over towards Chair. Dozier, he is potentially the answer here. He finds one. Can he find the second one? He doesn't as he gets taken down by Barkin with the AK. He's going to be turning around the corner. Going to try and find one of his own. The smoke going to be dropped. Molotov in hand as well. Rusty is going to be getting tagged down to all the hell there. Mo going to be going for the flash kill there. Not going to be able to find anything as Hooch does find one on Limp. Now, Hampers coming in from behind and finds the kill on 2 players there. A wallbang on 1, and it's down to a 2 versus 2 situation. Not looking so pretty, though, for Passions as they're potentially going for the bomb plant. They need to wait for the time here. If Hampers can sneak up behind them, this really could be detrimental for them as they have no idea he's coming up from behind. Spade does pick up a weapon, but this could potentially be coming out a little bit too late. First kill's going to be coming in. Adrian is going to be getting filled up without him. If he takes down this player, this could be it. But no, Hampers with another kill. That is crazy. 4 kills on the board for him that round.
Yeah, Hampus deciding to peek while still reloading. Probably not the best of ideas, but luckily, luck is going to be on his side and going to be able to pick up the kill anyway.
Yeah, that was crazy. Absolutely fantastic play by Hampus, and that's really what I would expect to see from him. He definitely is the lurker player in the team. He definitely does know how to play it as well. Maybe he took some lessons from Get Right. And we got Adrian here with the AWP. Isn't going to be able to land any shots in mid straight away, but can he make up for the time wasted so far? Let's see. Hooch with the CZ is going to make a connection down towards ramp, but not quite going to be able to land any of those bullets. He's going to be rotating up towards Palace. And now we don't have any T-Prat presence up here. We do have Barkin holding the fort from behind in case they do try to rotate through there. So he's not giving up too much information. But no, Hooch is just going to be greedy and he's going to keep pushing for it. Barkin needs to be careful here. If he could just run straight away, it could run out of their hands. Adrian with the first kill here. He is the last player, only player on his team with a gun. And now they know where that gun is. Are they going to rotate towards A?
I mean, of course, with all 5 of them still left alive. The only problem is they really need a Dren right now to get some picks with that orb. And look at them right now, though. They're trying to just rotate, and they're going to be picked off here. One going to be shot from behind, and Baze as well actually going to be able to pick up that AK. Should help them out here. But, oh, look at that. Going to be taken down by Limp straight away, trying to recover it, and as well, also going to be able to take down Limp.
Yeah, that's the thing. Rusty going to be going up against 3 players here who are going to be encroaching on his position quite quickly. Dozier going to get taken out. He does find another one, turns around, he does get tagged down, but only through the wall, and he's going to be peeking out the corner. Adrian does find the kill. Now 1v1 situation here. Can he win this clutch?
Just trying to peek. Oh, look at that. Great shot there through the boxes. Able to connect a leg tag, but look at that though. Unfortunately, 29 HP. Not enough. And he is going to be sprayed down by Barkin. Also going to steal his AWP as well.
I'd just like to mention something's happening once again. Passions previously lost to Epsilon were losing quite badly. I think it got to 13 rounds almost in a row, and then it sort of brought it back. And now this is kind of what Passions are doing in a slightly different sort of vein, but nonetheless, it's back up to 8-13. Can they carry on and beat the curse that was against Epsilon? That's the thing. And Hamper's taken down to 6 HP. He's going to be feeling the burn there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult for him, of course, the Dren. Only with that Deagle this time. So he's really got to play that long-range game and hopefully try and connect some shots on the side. Because they're actually Hampers right now. Onto Hay, he could maybe cause some sort of distraction and maybe a rotation. But of course, because he's so low, only on 6 HP, he'll probably be taken down straight away, or at least for the refrag. Probably trying to at least get 1 kill for him here.
Yeah, I mean, if he can act as a little bit of a distraction here, he doesn't have any utility, he only has Mac 10, so even if one of the guys picks it up, doesn't really make much difference. The Sonic going to go in for the entry kill, doesn't actually land it, as Rusty does peek around the corner, take him out, Limp, turn around just in time to be able to take down Adren. Hampers, though, is going to be taken down on a site. Now, 3 versus 2 situation at 32 HP on the side of Dozier. What is he going to be able to do in this situation? He's going to have to try and rotate in through short. He does have the M4A1, but the positions on Passions are pretty good and not going to be set up for that, as the only player he's going to be playing against is the AWP, and he finds him nonetheless. Does not matter if he has an AWP. He's going to take him down. Hooch Going to be walking straight into the crosshairs of Barkin, and they know exactly where the last player is. Flash is going to be come out. Limp is in a perfect position if he tries to push. All they need to do is delay it, and that is not even the case. They just take down Dozier as he tries to push in.
Yeah, crossfire set up there, and he just really didn't have any chance whatsoever, because even if he was able to take down one, the second player would have been able to take him down anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about those sort of trade kills setting up for the sort of crossfires, and then obviously if one dies, the other guy peeks in and should be able to take him down unless there's some amazing switcheroo and the guy takes him down in the process. Either way, Rusty with AWP playing a little bit differently over towards Palace, and Hooch could have the answer. He is pretty decent with that CZ. Can he find the kills that his team need him to? And moving forward, Pazonic is going to be setting up with the rest of his team of 4 flashes. Moo is going to be knocked down a little bit. Hooch is going to be entering and find 1 kill, but not getting traded out by Rusty here. But Adrian with the P250 potentially could find a kill through the smoke with the P250. Not quite close enough. Barkin, AK-47 is going to be clearing out this site, but not soon enough as one of his teammates is taking down Moo. Going to be picking up the AK, but no, he is taken down with a headshot. But they have lost 3 of their players, and that is a massive dent to their economy. And we're going to be seeing a full buy coming out from Gambit as their economy is starting to rise back up to its full potential.
Yeah, they did lose 3, but of course they still have enough money to buy up once again, and now it seems that it is starting to get damaged. So if they lose this round, some of the players may not have enough money, but you can see 2 of them, Rusty and Limp, would definitely have enough. So that's the situation once again where you could buy up some pistols or something for their team if they lose. And that nade, look at that, going to eat that one up. 3 of their players going to lose some of their health now, starting to advance onto this A site. 2 of the players are going to peek together. Unfortunately, can't connect the shots, and Hampers can take one down. Of course, there is still going to be one on balcony. Mal trying to offer some support at the moment, but can't work out for them.
No, they're not going to be able to do much else there. I mean, Hooch taken down, not so fantastic for them. Mo with the AWP, he should be able to do some decent work there. They do have a player over towards B apartments. If he goes forward, does a little bit of a distraction. I mean, that could work out very much in the favour of Passions, especially as we see the rotation coming in towards B. Personic here, if he throws that smoke a little bit too early, the rotation could be coming in for B.
You could see that all the players on Gambit side were starting to move towards A, but then as soon as they head back again, they go back to their positions and then decide to wait. Now, see, the thing is, they went for a fake here, but the problem is they really have more advantage going B because there's only one there. But it looks like they want to commit to this anyway, and Adren just going to be waiting for a player to start to peek him. He's going to be able to pick it up, so they are going to lose 1.
They're going to find another one as well. Moo going to prove so fruitful. What was that shot? Limp left in a 1v4 situation. He's going to dent one of the players down, Dozier in Palace, but he's going to be in a very painful situation. Mo knows exactly where he is. He's waiting for his prey to walk straight into his crosshair. Limp was trying to protect himself against some flashes there, but it doesn't matter. Smaze is just going to jump straight across, takes him out. And that is the last kill, and that is the 14th round on the board for Gambit. So we're going to be playing for a potential sort of match point here as we move forward. Now 26-16 on Mo. I mean, he's just proven so fruitful in this map. I'm pretty sure he must be pretty glad that Passions decided to pick this map that they previously beat him on.
Yeah, definitely. Mo just going ham right there with that AWP, just playing superbly. Now, once again, it looks like they're just going to have to go for this 4 spy, and only 2 of them going to have AKs. It's going to be a difficult time for them. It looks like they are setting themselves up for A.
And that is the thing. They've tried setting up A multiple times. It hasn't worked out for them. They're going to do it this time, especially with one of the players, Dozier, over towards Palace, and they haven't got anyone there. So someone needs to check this out before he turns around the corner. He's going to have no trouble taking down 2 players, potentially going to be able to take out another one, but not before he is traded out by Rusty, but he's already done the damage. The bomb is down. Now they need to take down this player here, and he does. Spades leaving it in a 2 versus 3 situation. AWP and M4 in hand. Hooch going to be proving a little bit of a ninja here coming in through Palace.
Yeah, looks like he's just going to creep his way over to the site where they just have absolutely no idea. But Rusty going to hold for now, able to pick up one, but there's still is going to be 2 waiting for him. They start to go forward. He's going to stick with the spray's going to come down. They both line up for Rusty, and he can pick up them 2 to help them get the round and stay alive in this.
Wow, that really was on the edge for them. Rusty proven just absolutely fantastic for his team, 26-20 of his own, so just a few more deaths than that of Mo. But I mean, that AWP shot was just nutty from the previous round, like round before last. Either way, moving into more current times, the economy is not looking so fantastic on Passion or Gambit, so it's a little bit more equal. Passion leading the charge though, only just. So moving forward, we can see a push up towards mid. Adrian, it has been spotted out. He's going to get tagged down, but there's a player in connector, and his name is Mo, and he has got the AWP. Hooch going in to back him up, or potentially going for the rotation over towards B, which is actually the smarter play.
Yeah, problem for Gambit is they've already lost one. They're trying to end this one out, but unfortunately Passions is on a comeback at the moment. It looks like it's definitely advantage for them for this round at least. But of course, 2 pistols onto the side of Gambit, so it's going to be a difficult one for them. At least they are buddying up their interconnector, so if anyone decides to push them, at least they can hopefully get a trade cut, and that's great. Now Mo's going to help out the team. Hooch as well getting aggressive, but unfortunately Rusty now going to get that trade back once again, and now deciding that his teammate's gone, he's just going to head back and recover that bomb.
Yeah, and Space, he's just so cheeky there. He's just pushing straight forward. Oh, actually, no, sorry, that's Dojo, and picking up the Molotov. And Space isn't actually... Oh, look, there we go. He does actually pick up the AK here, and the rotation is going to be coming in towards A, and we do have a player barking over towards B. Now, if the distraction comes in time, it could be perfectly well played, but Dozier is going to be pushing over towards there as well, and one player has been spotted over towards Palace. Now, if the rotation comes in time, 30 seconds left on the board, Barkin isn't going to be able to find a kill, but the kill is going to get traded out by Mo, and now we hear the drop coming in from Hampus. He's going to be able to take the kill onto player Mo, and now the bomb is going over towards B, and this is just going to be so detrimental for Dozier. I mean, they have no idea whereabouts he is, but they have so much time to find the bomb.
Yeah, both players there decided to go for the peak with those knives. That was just a battle of who was able to pull out their gun first, and it looks like Hampers is going to be able to come out on top. So now those are just going to be coming from apartment, starting to drop down. We're going to be able to realise actually Hampers has absolutely no idea he did that, so he's able to pick up one. Now Rusty's are just going to be holding, waiting, and Dozy just running round at the moment, trying to find a defuse. He has absolutely no idea he's behind him.
What is he doing? I'm surprised he didn't decide to go back for the knife there and get a little bit of his own revenge. But nonetheless, absolutely fantastic play from Passions across the board there. I mean, the push from Barkin onto the B site there really did prove fruitful for them, and Hampus is going to be buying up that Mac 10 as he doesn't have a fantastic amount of money, but he doesn't need it. We see a full set of pistols on the side of Gambit, 3 default ones of USPs, and also P250 and CZ, and Hampers is going to be doing a little bit of distraction again on towards A site here, doing some tagging from a distance, Dozier and Adrian tag down. Mo going in for the push that gets taken down. Hampers in the perfect position to find potentially even 5 kills. If he is lucky here, he is going to be picking up that pistol and gets taken down by Space, who has got the USP. And now Passions have full control of B site, and the bomb is going down for short.
Yeah, Mac 10 OP, mate, but unfortunately he's going to be able to pick up 2, and look at that, doesn't check behind him. It's going to be an easy kill for Hampers, and now just Space and Adren left alive to try and do this one. They're completely split up at the moment, so maybe they want to try and play for exit frags here.
That's the thing, they're just farming money, and Pazonix potentially gets one last kill. Then he does, as he's taken down so low, only 10 HP left on the board, so we might be seeing Adren going after that kill instead. But no, he is just pushing towards short. We're going to be trying to find this, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to find much unless he decides to rotate towards sort of the window area. And even then, he's going to have a long run to be able to find anyone.
Oh, we're going to lose one of their players as well. That's a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to escape in time.
Well, you know what they say, cool guys don't look at explosions, and they also don't sit in explosions, so probably listen to that advice. But he does lose his life, but nonetheless, they have been dominating this T side and proven very fruitful. I mean, they won 5 rounds in a row, lost 1, won 3 so far. Can they carry on this streak? They've got the guns for it. Although Rusty with a P250 in hand, I'm not quite sure what that play is. Maybe he's trying to go pick up a weapon now. He is running back towards T-spawn. Maybe he forgot it. Maybe he forgot to pack his lunchbox, and it seems that lunchbox was an AWP, which just sort of carry a little bit of a punch there.
Never seen anyone carry an AWP in their lunchbox before.
Well, then you were going to the wrong school. Barkin going to be finding an entry kill onto Mo. Going to get taken down, though, in the end. But Sonic there going to be able to sit in that sandwich nice and tightly, chucking off with Molly towards underpass.
Oh, God. That is painful watching Doja right there with that spray. Just really not able to finish off the job here. Rusty going to miss the old shot. Pulls out the P250. One tap. Just going to be able to finish off the job. You can see that Rusty trying to go aggressive here. Is going to be able to work 3 HP in the Dream right now. Needs to get that bomb down at least, but still has a minute, so they could even decide to move if they want to, but looks like they're going to stay.
Look at their health. They have a 4 in combination.
Oh my god.
They could both be killed by flashes here. I think Adrian's going to be pushing in. He's going to be taken down. Rusty with 1 bullet. Limp, 1 HP. Can he do this clutch? That is the question. He has got the Molotov. So that is the thing. Can he do it? The defuse kit isn't in the hands of Gambit, but that grenade could take him out. But no, just a little bit too far. No, Limp, don't push out, and he does. He didn't hear the defuse. Why did he peek? If he chucked that Molotov, it would have actually potentially been GG if he'd then been able to hold it off. It would have been GG. He would not have been able to defuse it.
I think it was just, you know, he was a little bit scared. He wanted to make sure it wasn't going for defuse, just had to peek out.
Wow, that was a bit unfortunate. So, moving into the next round, we do see round 15 on the board from Gambit. A little bit of a sort of unexpected round there in the end, as Dozier did do a lot more damage than expected on the A side, even though he did miss a few of his sort of spray downs, as we saw. Nonetheless, a full buy coming out from Passions, full AKs on the board.
Yeah, it looks like every team that decide to pick their map, the other team gets to get the advantage on it at the moment, as Passions, of course, winning on Gambit's map and Cobblestone, and at the moment, Gambit, of course, is in the lead, but of course they could be able to win this one, Passions, as they only need to get 2 rounds in a row here. They've definitely got the firepower, but that's not going to help him out, because the flashbang is going to cost him his life.
Yeah, unfortunately so. 4 versus 5 situation there. It's going to get taken down to a 4v4, but not before T's are tagged down quite a bit. And on the CT side, they're going to be trying to push in, and they are going to get 1 kill, but not before it's traded out by Rusty. The man of the hour, can he do it? And Pasonic is going to be pushing it in towards window room, finds the kill. Moo with the last player alive, 18 HP on the board, open-handed, and he's going to get sort of traded out here, potentially killed, unless he takes him out as he peeks around the corner. And this is such a dangerous situation. He peeks around, he's going to get taken out there, as he's not quick enough on the draw. Pasonic there wins that Wild West draw off.
Yeah, just going to be able to come out on top for his team right now, and to be honest with you, Pasonic, he's actually doing really well for his team. Of course he's a stand-in, but look how well he's performing.
Yeah, I mean, he may well only be on sort of 13-16, but remember he came into this pretty late, and he's managed to drop plenty of weapons for the team, so he's a little bit like Fox, as someone mentioned. The orb kill from Rusty, though, straight onto Mo, and this is going to be very painful. Are we going to be seeing the first overtime of the Development League? That is the question. And they've got the advantage so far, and there's only pistols on the side of a Gambit. So Gambit in a very dangerous situation, and if Hooch pushes Pasonic there, he could end up losing his life. Unless he does it very patiently, but no, unfortunate for him. Pasonic is going to be pushing, the flash is going to be coming out. It's drawn, it's chucked, and he's going to be peeking around the corner and takes the kill, potentially. And there we go. 4 HP left. That was so close. It was really unfortunate. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Maybe a little bit of movement in accuracy. The bomb floating away there, right next to the sofa. Spades not managing to connect those deagle shots.
Yeah, this is definitely not Gambit's round. At the moment, it's only 2 of them are left alive now, trying to get this Limp now. 8 HP, trying to pick him off. It's not working at the moment. No, he's trying to pick the player. Finally, they're going to be able to pick him up and be successful. They can go ahead and steal this AK, but look what they're up against.
A whole lot of pain, that's the thing, but Dozier has the answer. He finds 1 kill onto Pasonic. Now moving forward, Hampers does find the kill onto Adrian from behind. Rusty with the final shot with the P250. Not the first time we've seen that. We're going to overtime.
Look at that at the moment. Rusty with a 34 bomb at the moment. He's just playing insane. A lot of the players are as well. Let's be perfectly honest with you. Just really, this game is just brilliant. 15-15. It looks really like Passions were on a great comeback, and they've at least been able to take it to overtime.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned before that they managed to play on Mirage. I mean, what was the scoreline on that before?
16-11, mate, and that was
16.
to Gambit.
Okay, and yeah, so they've really been able to sort of concentrate on learning the strategies of Gambit, looking at the mistakes, and obviously I'm talking about Passions here, who are obviously a little bit of the underdog as we wait to go into overtime. They've managed to go away, look at their mistakes when they've previously placed Gambit, and I mean, Gambit are no joke. They do play very well, as we've seen, especially from the sort of top 2 players there. Dozier and Mo have been proving themselves worthwhile on this map. But on the other side, Rusty is jumping leagues ahead so far. I mean, he's actually he's 20 kills ahead of one of his players. He's just doing absolutely crazy. I mean, obviously he's been here the whole sort of 30 rounds so far, and I mean, going into overtime, as the clock is ticking down, what can we expect to hear? I mean, both teams are going to have plenty of money to be able to buy what they want. What is going to go down?
Well, we're about to find out and answer that question, Tom. But I mean, at the moment, just Passions. They've definitely looked over Gambit strategies from their last time they played. They've got to be, because on Cobblestone, they went absolutely insane. And now, bringing it to overtime on Mirage, we're about to find out who's going to win, Passions or Gambit. Will Passions be able to get 2 in a row, or Gambit bring it for that 1-for-1?
That's the thing, and I mean, we're going to be seeing an MMR of 6 and obviously 10k on each half. Starting out on the salary-wise, Hampers is going to get grenaded and flamed out there, taken down to 49 HP. Not going to be looking so pretty Mo with the AWP. He could do so much damage. He peeks, he misses the shot. He's going to be feeling the pain there, as he is going to get smoked out there. Not going to get another chance, it seems, to get the shot, as he's going to be going over towards jungle. Rusty is going to get taken out by Adren. Space waiting and ready for sort of the trade-off there against Hampus, and Limp against Adren comes out.
Not good for Passions at the moment, as they are going to go and lose 3. And of course, Limp as well, tanked down to 34 HP. I don't think they're actually going to pick up one. And Passions as well for the Barkin. Picks up another one, bringing it to a 50, which is nice for them. But look at that space. Able to pick up Limp. He was just looking left and right there. I think he knew it was all over.
Yeah, pretty much. And Sonic, unfortunately, going to get taken out. And that's 2 players left alive on the side of Gambit. So they've currently won the first round of overtime. So going into the second one, we are going to see another full buy coming out from Passions, using up the very last bit of their money, or almost very last bit. So going into the third round, if they don't win this one, it could be looking very painful for themselves. And as we move into this round, what can they really do here? I expect maybe a little bit of a sort of high sort of B and mid presence, and we're going to see that coming out Mo with the AWP there. So if they peeked that around that corner at the wrong time, it would have been very painful. Hampers from underpass though, this really could be what they need to be able to take this key AWP out of play. Adrian though is going to be trying to help and back them up towards mid, and they must have heard of his footsteps though, Josh.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like they're going to be re-smoking. Really want to make sure that no one starts to push out from Palace, or if they do, they can take him down with ease with that player waiting for him. They're on the top of balcony, but of course they have given away mid control, and I don't think they're even going to realise as Hampers can take down a grenade as well. That's going to have to eat that one up. But at least they are going to be able to. But look at this distraction though. Hooch just going to come from behind, and unfortunately for Hampers, he had absolutely no idea. Trying to turn around to realise where he is going to be finished off.
Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate to watch there. We're left in a 3 versus 4 situation. Smoke's going to be coming out onto A. Unfortunately, that's where the presence of Gambit is mostly at. Hooch in the perfect position to counter Rusty as he beats around the ball corner, but no, he pushes straight up, takes down Barkin, Dozier onto Bosonic. Last player alive, Rusty, one of the best players in the game so far, but unfortunately not going to be able to find the answer for this. So, going into the final round of this half of overtime, what are Passions going to be able to do to try and bring this back? They're not going to be able to buy up any AWPs. They're only going to be able to buy up a certain amount of AKs. I mean, one player's going to have to go for pistol, Limp with the AK and armor, and very little utility. And they do go for 4 smokes, 1 flash, and a Molotov. And the smokers are eventually going to be coming out towards mid, sort of short area. And Hooch is going to be pushing over towards the stairs there, chucking up an incendiary onto Palace to stop any sort of rushes that they might well expect to come out.
Yeah, that nade going to do a little bit of damage to everyone there. Could help them out, but oh, look at that. Hampers to pick up on now the second as well. Left on 12 HP, just going to have to go back and regroup with his teammates.
So yeah, really needs to bring it back together. Dozier on 1 kill, but he's going to get taken out there. 4 players left alive on the side of Gambit. But Hooch could be in the perfect position, but he's looking a complete wrong way. He's going towards mid. This is not where you want to be going, and Spades luckily has the answer. Finds 1 kill onto Barkin, but not quite onto the bomb planter.
Yeah, I think he was just checking from behind there, making it safe that no one's going to come in for that flank. Now starting to push this one together. They'll have some flashbangs, so they could decide to use it, and they are going to go for a double flash and start running onto this site, trying to find out where some plays is. There's the one in Ninja gone down. Teammate, though, he's going to be losing it, so now it's just all up to Spaze. And does he realise one's going to be from behind? No, he doesn't have any idea, so 17-16 in the first half of overtime.
Playing it quite close there as well. I mean, Hampers does actually manage to drop a 3k in that round, so really helping his team out there, especially in mid. Just open up the whole game, just like smashing it wide open and say, here you go, guys. Let's win this round, and then let's try and bring this back. So going into the second half, we're also going to see Passions on CT side, Gambit on T side, and we've seen Gambit do an absolutely fantastic job on the side of T. Just like to mention as well, I mean, we all love underdogs, Josh, so
Yeah.
Passions are the underdog, so I know we're all probably potentially secretly like hoping that they might be able to bring this back and push it forward, but at the same time, we're all like looking at Gambit and the sort of skills and sort of shots are on point as well. But you must be thinking, what's happened since the last time they played? This is not proven as easy as Gambit thought it might have been, so maybe they walked into this game a little bit too confident, thinking that the underdog didn't really stand a chance.
Well, if they did, Tom, it's cost them because they got dominated on cobblestone.
Oh,
And
definitely.
we're in overtime at the moment, so...
Yeah, Passions are not letting them have it easy. And that is always interesting to see.
They just don't want to give this one away. They want to make sure Passions are here to show that they can win games, and they're here to win after losing to Flipside and Epsilon, which is going to be a little bit devastating for them. But they don't give up. They're still going to go for this one against Gambit, and it's just been working out perfectly for them. You can see they're taking over mid, but unfortunately one of the players isn't be able to notice him out, but Barkin can finish him off.
That's the thing, we do see the sort of trades coming in as well, and another one, Mo, last player alive, can he do the damage? That's the thing, and he does take down 2 players, but the Flame is going to be taking him down, and hopefully we can see a little bit of a 1G coming out into chat there, although it's not the same situation. He was burned nice and crispy, so first round goes over towards Passion. Can they turn it around now that Pasonic is settled in?
You have to wait and see, mate. That's what we're going to find out, and of course, both teams going for the default bars. Just literally everyone's investing in utility right now. You need to at this point, of course, because you've got so much money to start with. And why not at the end of the day? And Passions at the moment, they really want to try and get this one back. Take that 2-0 after losing 2. They really do need to get this one. And Maldo going to be denying them at the moment because he can pick up one. There is going to still be one more in jungle, but looks like they're playing for the safe option. Going to go ahead and smoke it out. But look at this flashbang though. Sonic's starting to get aggressive. He's going to be able to pick up one once. So too many people here for him to handle there out on mid. And is taken down.
Is out for Passions.
And of course now 17 to 18 to Gambit. Need to get just one more on the board. Of course though, if Passions are able to do this one, they will stay alive, and it looks like we could have a second overtime here for Passions versus Gambit on the ECS EU Development League. Now it looks like this time that Gambit are just going to go ahead and decide to play this one towards B. Actually going to underpass as well, so maybe trying to get someone from behind on mid control. And actually a lot of them have committed to mid for the Passion side at the moment, as you've got 3 players that possibly could push, but it looks like they're going to go back, and Hamps, unfortunately, oh look at that, trying to go for the shot, but fortunate for Hooch, he is going to duck his head and just avoid that AWP shot.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Gambit, can they finish them off? That is the question. Hampus with the AWP playing a little bit different to what he used to, and saying that he gets the kill to Mo, and that is fantastic. Mo is proven so fruitful for Gambit's side. It's really good to be able to take down the spray through the smoke onto Rusty. Space makes the mistake of letting his presence be known. Pasonic and his teammate there over towards B Barkin. Oh, and so needing Hampus as well, going to be able to find the first kill. And that is bomb drops. He goes for the second, but he's not going to be able to find it. They know where he is. Dozier gets tagged down, and the last player is going to take him down. Barkin, finally, Hooch gets taken out. 18-18. We're going into second overtime.
Is this game ever going to end?
No, I think we're going to be going to overtime 8. You know how it is, right? Although maybe that will be a little bit of a disappointment for some, because we will be seeing a few of the players playing later on, and that'll be Epsilon versus Flipside. So hopefully we'll actually be able to catch them, unless this goes to overtime 8.
Yeah, would then probably have to jump in on the second map or something if so, but I don't think it'll go that far. I mean, it's possible.
It's possible. I mean, we've been seeing Passion go absolutely crazy. So what is going to be going on? I mean, someone's calling the OT 6 in chat. That'd still be crazy. I mean, one of the longest ones that I would have seen in a while. I mean, I think longest I've ever seen is OT, like 8, maybe 12. No, I think it was 8. But anyway, moving into this round, we're going to be seeing a nice aggressive play coming out from Gambit over towards short there, and they've already made their way through there. Spades being able to find the first kill onto Personic, but Pampers, one of his own onto Mo. So Dark in there, last player alive on B, does find 1 kill, but he's going to get approached upon from the side. A huge, missing a lot of his shots before taking out Barkin. Dozier onto Limp as well. 2 versus 3, and they can from all sides. Spray from Adrian, not going to be able to quite connect there. The grenade is going to finish him off, I imagine, and Kobe is in their favor. The jump out is going to be coming out. The no scope does miss. He turns around, doesn't quite manage to find the kill onto Adrian as he is finished off there.
You're going for the peak while reloading there is going to cost that player, and I mean, unfortunate as well because he missed the shots as you mentioned. So if he decided just to wait for an extra second then peak, he could have actually got that kill and would have helped Passions actually possibly get this round. But that is going to be the problem. It's going to cost them, and so now Gambit do get a round advantage.
Yeah, I mean, they've had it before, they've also lost it before, so the thing is, can they keep it this time? And we can see Mo going to be playing over towards sort of the apartments there, not going to be able to kill anyone, as it's currently 5 versus 5 still. That smoke has failed, potentially some training needed to be done there. Hampus with the AWP, we've seen him find a kill before, and Mo's going to be pushing up, he's going to get found once again. Apparently, he should stay away from Hampus, as Hampus is his antidote, as he takes him down the 2nd round in a row.
Yeah, look at this advancement by Rusty, can now take down another one. So unfortunately just 3 players left alive on the Gambit side, so they was able to go ahead and get themselves the first point, but it looks like Passions might be able to take this one 19-19.
That's the thing, I mean, as you say, that Dozier does get tagged down, but not before he takes down Rusty. Hampus in the position to be able to take them down. That is the thing, though. Adrian has jumped across. He doesn't manage to land the tag or the kill, and Dozier going to be again taken down eventually by Limp. Now 3 versus 2 situation. The bomb does go down towards Ramp. Boosh decides to not even go there. He's going to be playing aggressive here. Potentially going to be able to find a kill. Not quite, as Barkin is going to be pushing short. Gets taken down 2 versus 2. Health is not on the side of Passions. The bomb plant is not either as it goes down. But that incendiary is going to do a fantastic job. If they can just defuse it and hold off this player, that is the thing. I mean, Personic is going to be playing very aggressive thing. He could tend to get taken out, and he is. The defuse isn't going to come in that Kobe kill. Not quite, as Limp is going to have to be left in a 1v2 situation there, and it's not looking so helpful as he is dropped in the end by Adrian, who has got 4 kills in that round.
Caster's curse right there, mate. Calling it that they've probably taken this one away, and as soon as I say that, look at Gambit's play.
That was fantastic, though. I mean, just some of the kills they're getting are just on point. Gambit are really coming back with a bit of a sort of a ferocity here, and we're going into the last round of the first half of the 2nd overtime. A little bit of mouthful there. Rusty with the scout, not the AWP, and Dozier is going to be head first with Hampus losing a lot of his health to that sort of a B-hole around the corner there.
And they're already able to take down a few, but Rusty with a lovely headshot with that SSG might be able to help them out, but unfortunately for him, Space is going to be coming from behind it. It doesn't look like he's going to turn around. He does, but he's not going to be able to connect that no-scope. Space can take him down. The spray trying to get to Personic as well. Nade, will that finish him off? Yes, it does, and a lovely, graceful fall there from Personic when he dies, and now they know exactly where Barkin's position is, and Space can get that one, and it looks like they are going to be able to just take this one away.
Now, the thing is, can they win the next round and just finish it off? I think they might be able to. I mean, Rusty's currently dropping a massive 38-29, but keep that in perspective, he's only managed to find, what was it, 4 kills on overtime, so he's really not actually performing on the side, like in overtime. So what has gone wrong here? And we see 2 of the players on the T side, Gambit, being able to find 30+ kills. I mean, they're really going ham here and trying to sort of take it to the next level. So going into the next overtime, we really need to see something different come out from Passions, well, next half of overtime rather, coming out a little bit different from Passions. And it's on T side, where they did play better, so this is where they could come back and win the next 3 rounds in a row, which is exactly what they sort of need to do. Otherwise, Gambit are going to be able to walk away with this.
Yeah, just Gambit now. Just need 1 more round on the board, and they've got 3 chances to do this one. They should be able to do it.
We saw a little bit of lag there. Probably something to do with GeoTV, but either way, moving forward, Passions are going to be rushing over towards B side here with a little bit of a passionate run and jog and warming up their muscles for this entry into B site. But unfortunately for them, they're going to get blocked off here, grenaded and mollied. Now Personic going to be holding this angle as we usually see him do. just trying to sort of stop anyone rotating through there, but he does back off. Now Adrian here towards mid. If he does decide to go for the peek in mid, he could find a kill, but it doesn't matter. He turns around to try and help his teammate. He does actually get taken out in the end as well. Spades does find one, but the bomb is going to be going down on towards B. Mo with the what can he do here in towards shop? And you can see Hooch just going ham there, pushing through, not finding the kill, as Rusty does find one left in a 1v4. Can he do it? That is the question. He doesn't. As he gets taken down, Rusty. I think Rusty must have heard me, mate, as I was talking about his score there.
Yeah, I think he really should have decided to go ahead and save that one. Or I think we was trying to do maybe is pick off one, then decide to go back. But going for that aggressive play is going to cost them.
Cost them dearly indeed. So moving into the next round, are we going to see Passions be able to pick up another round in a row against Gambit, who have got a full buy? So they are going to be able to be in the situation to sort of push against them. So moving forward, let's see what goes on. Passions with the AWP is going to get smoked out, and then Knowledge as well, so sort of flash rather, so he's not going to be able to have a chance to do much. Spaz, what is going on? Doesn't actually manage to land a shot onto Rusty as he is pushing up the Molotov because we're short there. And Spades will just find one kill. Can he find the next one? No, he's going to get taken out by the AWP. Rusty. No, he was the one chance they needed there, but no limp in a 1v4. Is it going to be going over towards Gambit? And it seems like it is, as a final kill drops from Mo, and no less, as he is a fantastic player. So at the end of that, it is a 1-1 in regards to the map side. Congratulations, Gambit and Passions.
Yeah, had to take it all the way to second overtime, so definitely wasn't easy for either team. So that is going to go and wrap up today's action for Passion, and Gambit. We'll be right back in just a moment. While you wait, though, look at these keyboards.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid-fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're going to be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more natural. It's just going to be quicker in general. I like the rapid-fire keyboard because of the new key switches, and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in-game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard, because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is the perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
a strain. I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power. See your eyes through you anyhow. I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power. See your eyes through you anyhow. I see. I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power. See your eyes through you anyhow. Failing any foe in my gaze. Steadily emerging with grace. really fattened up when we didn't follow. Now we spin laps round the sun. All the gods lost to one. And host of heaven pointed out to us from light years away. We're surrounded by a billion galaxies. Things are not always, things are not always how they seem. Will you be ready? Will you be ready?